Hey everybody, welcome to Character Player, where the story is king. I am Ricardo Blade Diaz. I'm going to be your DM for the night, and this is going to be Eldoria Detour, Depths of Avarice. We are going to be revisiting our very own homebrew world of Eldoria. Tonight we have some familiar faces and some familiar characters, and some new faces and some new characters for you guys tonight. We're going to have some fun. This is going to be a non-canon short arc where we're going to get to bring these guys back for a couple of sessions for this story, and we're so happy to be doing that. Before we get started, we have a couple of announcements. First of all, our Ravenloft campaign, session 23, will will be live next Monday, July. I have it written down. Sorry, August 2nd. I apologize. August 2nd, 7:15. You guys can check us out there. If you want to check out some of our old sessions of Ravenloft and catch up, we are putting those things on YouTube. You guys can do that. The next episode of Depths of Avarice will be on August 23rd. So that's going to be the second to last Monday of August. So you guys can come back and see the second installment of this story. We want to give a big shout out to all of the amazing creators that allow us to use their work for our stream. Of course, we have lots of great sounds, background ambiance, and music. Thank you so much to Sirenscape, Sword Coast Soundscapes, Michael Gelfi, and of course our very own David Kaiser music here. And also for some character art in our Ravenloft campaign. Thank you so much, Hero Forge, for allowing us to use some of the pictures and characters that we were able to build in your custom mini builder. If you're going to build a mini, check out Hero Forge. They have a great custom miniature builder that you can use that has tons of options, so please go check it out. And lastly, if you love what we do here and you want to see some other things that we do, and TikTok at Character Player, and Instagram at Character Player, and Twitter at Character Play. Also, we want to say thank you, everybody out there. We just went over 4,000 followers on TikTok, which is really cool for us. We did not expect that. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who is following us on TikTok. And if you're interested in getting some DM tips, some player tips, and just some fun content as well, come on and join us over on our TikTok. We're super excited.
Wait, where can they find our TikTok? What's the name of it?
As I said, TikTok at Character Player. Justin.
I'm handling a lot of technical stuff right now.
Jeez, Justin. It's fine. I'm sorry, buddy.
Troubleshooting. I got a cat trying to break into a suitcase over here.
Sure. Justin's checking our audio to make sure everything is sounding great. While we have a chance, guys, let's go around and introduce the players that we have today, who they will be playing, and then we'll be able to get started. So let's start off with our very own David Kaiser.
Hi, I'm David Kaiser. I'm playing 2V, a Warlock.
All right. Welcome back, 2V. Let's go over to Bunny.
Hello, I'm Bunny Bedingfield, and I'm playing Bread, a cleric.
All right. And Kat?
Hello, everyone. I'm Kat Wilson, and I'm playing Effie. She's like a gnome tiefling druid.
I call her a gnomeling.
Yay.
Yeah. Justin?
My name's Gekko, and I'm a dragon.
And he's Justin Powell as well. And we have a special guest player joining us that will be joining us for this run. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, my name is Antonio Panthro Russo. I'm going to be playing a character named Rock. He is an artificer, and his full name is Rock. And it's great to meet you all.
All right. That's awesome. I didn't know how to pronounce it when I read it, so I'm glad you did it. And I'm not going to try and repeat it either.
It's a Lutra tongue thing. Most people can't speak it.
I was saying, I don't have a tongue for the accents, but we have other people here that do. With that being said, let's get started with our story, The Depths of Avarice. A flash of white, and suddenly you're hit with a rush. You're whipped through space. You don't know where you are. You're completely disoriented. But in your heads, each of you hear a voice as if it's whispered only to you. Help. Destroy. Suddenly, you come thudding to a halt. Suspended. Where are you? You feel weightless, like you're floating, but not through the welcome mist that you've come to grow so familiar with. No. You feel this massive amounts of pressure in your ears, like they're about to burst, like you might be crushed. You open your mouth to scream or gasp and are immediately filled with cold salt water as it floods your mouth. You reflexively cough. Your vision begins to return. It's dark. Those of you with dark vision, without dark vision, I apologize, can't see much other than an occasional flashing red light, or you can't really tell whether the light itself is red or if something in the water is making it seem that way. Suddenly, a chunk of metal rubble slowly sinks down past you. And then you see maybe what used to be an arm or a leg. It's hard to tell. Currently, you are underwater as large pieces of debris are crumbling around you. I need Savren, Effie, Tuvi, and Gekko to please make Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. It's an 11 for me.
11, okay.
23.
23.
That's a hot 8.
Hot 8.
18.
18. So Gekko and Tuvi, you guys, again, that reflexive cough, you almost wanted to breathe back in with that, but you guys were able to stop yourselves knowing that that's not going to help you at all, and then kind of maintain whatever breath you had. Both Sovereign and Effie, you guys kind of let out a little bit more air, and so you didn't really get to hold on to that little bit extra. So you guys are already starting to feel that struggle of that tension of potentially starting to drown.
DM, sorry, I can breathe underwater.
That's fine. Yes, if you're amphibious, that's fine. Who has dark vision here, just so I know? Just Effie. So Effie, you're the only one that can really see pretty well. It is you see that you're in this cylinder. It looks like almost like a shaft of some sort, and it is filling with water. Below you, you can see kind of where this rubble is kind of collecting on the ground as it drifts down around you. And there are kind of these lights that are lining it as it goes up, and they're kind of all flashing in unison.
Is it like a cylinder of glass or like a cylinder?
It's like a cylinder of like metal. What are you guys gonna do?
Can I cast dancing lights?
Absolutely. Go ahead and so Gekko, what do your dancing lights look like, Gekko?
They look like tiny little dragons that emanate light, and they just go out, and you can kind of hear Gekko going.
So little Gekko kind of lets these like swirling, glowing dragons, almost like a fireworks festival, kind of swirling out and about, illuminating the shaft. And now you all can see a little bit better that this shaft is about 30 feet in diameter, as these big chunks of metal are coming down and crashing down around you. And you can see maybe what might look like where the water surface is, as it's kind of rippling about 50, 60 feet above you.
So sorry. There's rubble falling.
Yes.
Is there like a hole?
You can't see from where you are, so if you kind of think of it like almost like a silo, and that's filling with water, and you guys are kind of at the bottom of it, and so it's filling up from the top, and you can't see where the water's coming from. You don't even know if it's done. All you can see is that these pieces are kind of falling down, and you guys are about 50 feet from what looks like a possible surface. And you also know a couple of doors on the sides, about 30 and 50 feet above you. So there's like two sets of two doors.
I'm going to swim to one of the doors and try and open it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check. Yeah, make a strength. Everybody go ahead and make me a strength check real quick. Gekko, I think you have a swim speed, right?
20 feet, yeah.
Okay, then you don't need to make this check.
Gotcha.
I got an 8.
8?
I got an 18.
18? Okay. Sovereign?
22.
22. So Sovereign and Tuvi, you guys aren't having too much trouble swimming. Effie, you're kind of just you're moving your arms and your legs, but you're not quite able to get yourself kind of moving. Tuvi, you start to swim towards this door. Do you want to go to the right door or to like the left door?
Which I'm in between them both. Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of like right in the middle.
The left door.
Okay, so you're swimming up to the left door. So your swim speed is about half speed of what your normal swimming is. So you can make it about 15 feet closer. So you're about 15 feet away from this door. Anybody else going to try and do something in this first round here?
Yes, I am trying to get. I'll go to the other door.
Okay, you're going to go to the right door?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. You get about 15 feet closer. So you guys are each kind of splitting here. Effie, what are you trying to do?
Gonna turn into something useful. Sorry, DM.
You're okay.
I guess I'll just try and keep swimming until I can come up with something I remember that I've seen that is helpful.
Okay. Okay, so you're struggling to swim here. Let's go ahead and make another round of strength checks, followed by dexterity checks for me.
Do I need a dex check as well? DM?
You need a dex check, but not the strength check.
Okay, as this is happening, I'm just like, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Gekko.
So, yeah, give me your strength checks first, and then your dex save next.
Got 13 and then 17.
13 and 17.
I got a 12 dex save and a 4 strength.
Okay.
You want a dexterity first?
Yeah, strength first, then dex.
Okay. 11 strength, 21 dexterity.
Okay. So, and Gekko, what's your dex save?
22.
22. So anybody, so both Sovereign and Tuvi, you guys are able to move a little bit closer to those doors. You guys both reach the doors, but as you do, these chunks of this metal and rubble are starting to fall. Anybody that got less than a 13 dex save takes 8 points of bludgeoning damage as they are struck by a piece of falling debris. I believe Effie, you had a low strength, but you succeeded on the dex save, or no?
I don't think I succeeded either.
So yeah, 8 points of bludgeoning damage if you got lower than a 13 dex save.
Could I swim to Tuvi's door, and I'm just gonna try and help him open it?
Yes, absolutely, Gekko, and you have a 20 foot, so
It's like
you.
swimming in the water.
Yeah, you're still about 10 feet away from the door, but you're kind of like right there. Sovereign, you've reached your door. Tuvi, you've reached your door. Little Effie is still kind of where she's at, about in the middle, 30 feet away from either door. And Gekko, you're about 10 feet away from Tuvi's door. What do you guys want to do next? Now that you're at these doors.
I don't
Open the
wrinkle
door.
it open.
Okay. How are you going to try and open the door?
Oh, just like that.
Is there-
Exactly like that.
Is there one of these?
There is not. There's not. It doesn't. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me, both of you guys.
Oh man. 18.
18.
Okay. 14.
14. So Tuvi, yeah, you're looking for something that will like open the door from this side, and you're not seeing anything that could open the door from this side. Sovereign, as you look, you're like, yeah, there's nothing here, and then you notice that this door is not meant to open from this side by itself.
Okay. That's
Shoot. Okay.
Mhm.
Can I do something else? No.
Just let me check in with Effie and Gekko here.
I'm chasing my dragon up towards the surface. Haha.
Up towards. Okay, so so you're gonna veer up instead of all the way over to Tuvi.
Yeah, once I see him struggle with it, I'll just start heading up, and I'll
Okay.
just say as I swim by.
Let's swim up.
So yeah, Gekko kind of veers it up. Gekko, you're about 10 feet away from what looks like you kind of see this like rippling surface about 10 feet above you. Effie.
Right, Effie is just not doing well. Like she's a little down on her luck. She's feeling it. She's like feeling so frustrated. So she's just like, and she like turns into a giant frog.
A giant frog. Okay.
And is going to swim towards the door with the most people.
So kind of 1-on-1, and then because Gekko kind of was going towards Tuvi and kind of veered up.
Okay. I think she'll go towards the door, but like, is it possible for her to just like swim? How far away is the door?
I believe giant frogs have a swim speed.
Only of 30 feet though. So
okay, that'll get you to the door. Door that either Sovereign or Tuvi are at.
Okay, cool. I would love to just headbutt it.
Headbutt it? Okay, go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay.
Yeah, make a strength check.
It was a
Add
10.
athletics, just a 10. You kind of and slam into this door. and luckily you didn't get too much momentum behind you as you kind of were like struggling and didn't just get like enough behind it, and so it doesn't hurt you, but it does not open the door.
Amazing.
As Tuvi, this giant frog just like slams into the door next to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna need strength checks from Tuvi and Sovereign and dexterity checks from everybody. Same DCs. So 12 dexterity save.
This is gonna turn around on hard at some point, but that's a 19 on my dex.
Okay. What? Nat 20! First nat 20 of the night! Hell yeah. Okay.
Oh, fun.
It's the frog.
I love D&D.
So, Sovereign and 2V, what were your strength checks?
18.
18?
6.
Okay. And then what were our dex saves? So Gekko's fine. What are our dex saves? Effie, I need a dex save still from the frog.
Oh, that was my dex save.
Oh, that was the dex save.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Do I need a strength check? Sorry.
Nope. You're a swimmer. Okay. You're good. So what were our dex saves? 2V and Sovereign?
14.
14. You're good.
6.
Sovereign, you're gonna take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as a beam kind of just falls right and slams into your back as you're kind of at this door. And then you're trying to swim and you don't make any progress kind of after this like beam kind of hits you and disorients you a little bit.
How much you said? 5?
5 points of bludgeoning damage. 2V, you can move your full 15 feet if you like with your successful strength check.
Okay, I'm grabbing onto the frog and then I'm casting Dimension Door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to go directly to the other side of this door that we're at.
Oh, okay. I need to check Dimension Door because I think you might have to be able to see. But let me check.
No, you don't have to see. You just have to be able to describe the direction.
Okay, so how far? Okay, so let me ask you this question then. How far on the other side of the door are you going?
Oh no!
I'm going.
This matters.
Well, the other thing
I'm
is,
going.
Can a giant frog go with you? Because it has to be a creature.
Well, so I think a giant frog is a medium-sized creature. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So yes,
Giant.
It's a medium.
Well, it's giant for a frog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Giant.
I'm going just on the other side of the door.
Don't be judging.
Frog.
Okay.
I was just looking up dimensions of large frog in D&D.
Okay, so 2V, you grab onto this giant frog that kind of slammed into the door next to you, and describe what your dimension door looks like. This is interesting.
Okay, my dimension door spreads out for me. There's like a golden trail, forms a door pathway, and glows blue, and then immediately blue just pops out of it, comes back in, solidifies, and there's a door kind of like Stargate, and then it's there.
Awesome. And then all of a sudden this giant frog and 2V are gone. We'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. We are still with Sovereign. Okay, I gotta mark where you guys are. Okay.
He's like, I did not expect them to go through these doors.
Like,
well, you know, I didn't. I'm not gonna say anything. Okay.
We gotta get there eventually.
Okay. No, I
Hopefully
just
it's not
gotta
a
make
solid
sure.
wall.
I gotta make sure I know where you guys are. Okay.
Truby is dead, Sovereign.
Okay, Sovereign, Gekko, and Effie's gone. So Sovereign and Gekko. What do you, Gekko? Tell me what you're doing as you're about 10 feet from the surface here.
I'm gonna use my 10 feet to get up to the surface.
So
and
you.
I'm gonna say,
Hey, fucking get us out of here!
So Gekko, as you kind of breach the surface, you look up and you see that you're in this like you can't tell what kind of shaft it is, but it's this cylindrical shaft that is kind of being caved in at the top. Almost like if you think almost like a tin can kind of got like caved in like that, and water is kind of leaking in from the top. There's about 10 feet of space between you and the top of this cylinder, and you do see again those two more of those doors at the top.
okay, I'm gonna swim towards the door that is closest to Sovereign.
Okay, so you swim
my action and my movement to get over as far as I can.
All right. So you make it kind of onto the ledge again. So this one isn't submerged by water yet. There's a little gap, and you're able to almost get up to this like ledge.
Okay. If
Sovereign.
I can use a bonus action to try and open it, I will. But otherwise,
I will say I will give you. You can do a strength check if you like.
Okay.
I will say that's fine.
Wow, that's really good. I have a -2 to strength, and that's an 18, so 16 total.
16. Gekko, you wedge your little gecko folk fingers into the cracks, and even though you're not like super buff, the tininess of your fingers you were able to get them in kind of like this little slit of this door, and you were able to kind of start to pull it. So you have about a small gap. So the door's starting to open, but it's not fully opened yet. Sovereign, I need you to make a strength check for me to see if you can start swimming up to the top here.
That's a 10.
A 10. Okay, so you are able to move that full 15 feet up, and then I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
That's a 5.
A 5. Oh, Jesus.
Killed by.
As you start to swim, you're swimming, all of a sudden a large piece of sheet metal just falls from the ceiling and straight into you as it like comes straight through into the water. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. It just kind of like conks you like in the head.
Thank God you're a cleric.
Gekko, you're kind of just like standing back here as like you're holding this door. Go ahead. What are you doing now that you kind of got this thing kind of partially open?
I'm gonna make my dancing lights kind of light the way towards this door, and then
Okay.
push the door open more.
Kind of like lights on an airplane.
Yeah.
Cool. So Sovereign, you see these kind of lights guiding you to this specific door, and then you're gonna keep pulling. You said.
I'm gonna push
Yes.
open the door as much as I can. Yeah.
Okay. Roll another strength check with advantage.
Oh boy. Oh, I need that advantage. Oh yeah, it's a 17.
17. You kind of like do that thing where you like wedge yourself in and use your feet to push.
I shout, "Power of the dragon!" and I push.
And it opens, and you loosen it up to where you can open it enough that any person could get through.
Ah!
Negative 1 strength. That's pretty
Go
good.
ahead, and with the help of Gekko's dancing lights, give me one more strength check with advantage, and a dex check with advantage as well, as he's kind of illuminating this path for you a little bit better.
At advantage.
Rolled 2 11s in a row. That's so funny.
Okay.
So that's a 14 for strength and
Advantage on the dex as well.
10. Yeah, that's a 10 with advantage.
Okay, not bad. 3 points of bludgeoning damage is just another like bar just comes
Oh no.
flopping
Oh
in.
my god.
Not doing well.
Enemy. Rubble.
But with those checks, you are able to breach the surface and see Gekko holding the door open at the top.
I saved
Okay.
you. Haha.
I'm so glad.
Ah, cool.
So, do you climbing out there,
Yes,
Sovereign?
I am climbing out. I'm a little disoriented, probably a little bloody.
Okay. All right. So you climb out, and the water is still rising. So, go ahead and make intelligence check for me, Sovereign and Gekko.
Dude, I'm rolling fire right now.
Oh, are you?
It's gonna turn around, guys. As soon as we get to combat, I'll be rolling all natural ones. But right now, it's a 17.
17?
Yeah.
What about Sovereign?
7.
7. Gekko, you know that this water, if you don't close this door, is going to start flooding the floor you're on.
Hey, Sovereign, the water rises like from that play. All right, come on, let's go.
You're gonna leave the door open?
No, close it
Yes!
after us.
Okay, okay. So you guys shut the door, and you hear it seal, and we are out of this little time. A little bit of rust.
Tuvi and Effie are dead, Sovereign.
What?
Yeah,
I'm honestly so nervous.
they died.
What you, Gekko and Sovereign, what you guys see is this hallway. It's kind of like a tube that kind of loops around, and you out of these little slits of windows, you can see almost nothing. It's almost pitch black out here, which is strange to you because you guys are used to being out in the mist. Most of your adventures are out in that kind of empty space type of area where you can see the colorful mists and things like that. There is none of that here. It is almost pitch black outside these windows.
Oh God, I hope we're not in space.
Space, no one gets ice cream.
And you see this kind of like this hallway kind of after a while kind of start to circle around. It's about 10 feet wide or so, and then it kind of like curves around the edge. And now I'm going to cut over to Tuvi and Effie.
Oh boy.
Tuvi and Effie, you guys see something kind of similar. So you burst out of this dimension door, and the water kind of spills out with you guys, and you see this kind of walkway, and you look, and it's kind of this like clear glass tube that leads out to an opening. And again, it is black, but every so often you see maybe like sediment or something cloudy that kind of just like drifts by this kind of like and rubs up against this clear glass tube. And let's take a moment to describe our characters to everybody as you kind of are, everybody's kind of wet and exhausted and where we're at here. So let's go ahead and start with Gekko. You want to describe what you look like, Gekko?
Yeah, Gekko is about 1.5 foot tall, probably a little bit shorter than that. He looks like a little gecko that walks on 2 feet and is kind of got blue skin and red skin and purple skin kind of all just filtered throughout. And he's completely naked. He doesn't wear any clothes.
As is what nature intended.
Yes, and he's just got big ol' eyes.
Cool. Sovereign, do you want to describe yourself?
Yes. Sovereign is about 14. She is 4'9", 5 foot on a good day. She is currently in her very regal but not regal, not too regal, white suit that's lined with gold, and she has a cape that she is now wringing out water with, and her braids are down and dripping, and when they're done she'll put it up, and she's got little sandals on. That's all.
Good. Tuvi, go ahead and describe yourself.
I have medium length blue hair with gold eyes, about 6 foot tall. I wear a gold embroidered cloak and vest with blue accents and a sword belt around my waist.
And Effie.
Effie is wearing, right now she's a frog, so, but typically she wears like an emerald and like navy cloak, and she has like fiery red hair with like really light streaks in it that sometimes like come across as like silver. They're typically, her hair is like really curly and like in 2 giant buns on her head. And she's like half tiefling, so you can see like these 2 little horns like peeking out through her like curly tendrils in her buns. But she also is covered in like like tattoos, but they're like multicolored, and they sometimes like shine like brightly. There's a really prominent one on her back that looks like a unicorn horn. But yeah, that's pretty much I would say her.
So, I'm gonna go back to Gekko and Sovereign. You guys see this hallway in front of you. This kind of curves around. What do you guys do?
There's just one path.
Yeah, it's just one hallway that kind of loops around. So you guys, like, it's very similar. Like, there's a little tube that like leads out, and then it kind of opens up into this hallway that kind of goes into two directions, but kind of again circles.
All right, minion, are you ready?
Sure. That was very pleasant experience.
I thought it sucked 'cause you kept getting hit in the head with all that stuff. That was fun
did
to
you
you?
notice? You
Yeah.
saw.
I was swimming
Yes.
really fast. Why didn't you just swim fast like me?
You should lead the way.
Come, minion, follow me. Hey,
All right, got-
Sovereign, guess what?
What?
A dummy says what? What? Did you say something?
Sovereign is just like
What?
right behind Gekko, like.
What? Can you pick me up, Sovereign?
No.
Rock, as you're laying completely trapped underneath rubble and metal, you hear this conversation of, yeah, your dummy says what? And you hear this kind of bickering a little bit as your two defender robotic friends are trying to dig you out of this rubble.
Help! Hello? Is anybody out there?
Can we hear that?
Yes,
Did you hear that?
You hear it from
I heard
the
it.
hallway behind you. So the hallway kind of going the opposite direction as you guys are kind of going.
Hello?
We should go help them. They'll
Yes.
give us gold.
That way.
Yes. Pick me up, please. I can't run as fast as you.
No!
Well, then I'm going to take my time.
And I'm just gonna walk.
Okay.
From me!
Sovereign, you kind of round the corner a little bit, or round the curve, and you see again this caved in, kind of crunched and crushed little section of this hallway, and kind of in the corner, just barely kind of sticking out, his part of his legs and his tail kind of stuck underneath, and these two, what looks like a robotic seal and like a little like flying floating buoy are trying to dig this. Go ahead and describe your character for us, Rock.
Okay, well, I'm a Lutra, which means that I'm an otter folk, and I'm about 3'9". I'm covered in very luscious dark brown fur, although my face and my chest are a little bit lighter than the rest. And yeah, I think I'm adorable. I also have my spectacles, but they fall off all the time. They're a little big for me. And then yeah, I have my two buddies with me. One of them is my steel defender, and that would be, of course, Pearl, the one that looks like a robotic seal. And then I, of course, have Coral, and Coral is my little buoy homunculus servant, though I like to think of them more as my best friend.
So Sovereign, you turn the corner and you see this Lutra, this otter-looking person, kind of trapped under, and Rock, you see this young woman who's dressed pretty regally, but soaking wet, round the corner.
I'm gonna come down and okay, and I'm gonna start like trying to dig and like lift up the. It's a beam that's got.
Yeah,
the
it's kind of a what. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check for me.
It's a good thing I have a -1.
To see how you what you
16.
can 16. Okay, it's a mixture of metal supports, but you look a little bit more at this hallway, and you notice that it almost seems like this tube that you guys are in was like pinched off, almost like crushed in. Instead of like something caving in as much, it's almost like it was singed.
Uh-huh.
You're not quite sure exactly how, but you do notice that it's not a caving in, it's more of like a pinching off.
Okay. I'm taking
and
this all in.
Go ahead and roll a strength check for me, or an athletics check, as Gekko kind of slowly strolls around.
Hello.
That's a 19.
Aha. I am Gekko the Terrible.
Yes, you are.
I'm a dragon and I'm here to save you, so you will be my minion.
Yes, save me, please.
Haha. That's a binding contract.
Ow.
If you don't come over here and try to help with
I'm
this.
coming. I told you to carry me. I would have already been there if you just carried me, minion.
Oh my god. This
Thank
relationship.
you guys so much for coming over. Are you having a good day? Ow!
Yeah.
Actually, roll that strength check at advantage because Pearl and Coral are attempting to assist.
I'm also attempting to assist.
Okay.
Oh,
It didn't sound like you were. Okay.
19 for that.
You're
strength
able
check.
to, with everybody kind of all helping together, are able to get enough separation of all this kind of rubble that Rock, you're able to escape with your escape.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I thought it was a goner. I thought it was squished clams.
Cool.
Well, you're not squished. I don't know about the clams part, but
You're funny.
Cool.
So are you guys workers here as well? I haven't seen you before.
No, we were just like I like pulled into water and we started swimming and stuff, and she kept getting hit in the head. That was cool.
As you said that, you could see like blood kind of like dripping down Sofran's head a little bit from like a gash, kind of a nasty gash.
I see. Did you guys come to rescue us? You must be the rescue team.
Maybe.
rescue team?
Or you give us gold?
Yeah, sure. I can't find my gold.
Wait, rescue you from what?
It looks like the whole place is falling apart. I'm not sure if we're gonna be sinking under, but I don't have enough manpower to fix it myself. I don't really know what happened. All I know is I was working on something, and next thing I know, water came whooshing around, squishing me everywhere, and then the thing started falling, and it was terrifying.
Where is this place?
Yeah, where are we?
What do you mean? We're inside.
Inside
of what?
where?
Jinx, Sovereign.
Oh,
Can I
well,
just like put my hand over
Ah.
Gekko's mouth?
You could try.
I lick your hand.
this is the consortium. I mean, to be more specific, it's Amakusa. We've been digging here for some time, trying to get inside of the trench.
Why?
Well, I mean, that's not really up to me, but they were saying they were looking for some stuff, and they found some good stuff, and next thing you know, they were getting it everywhere, and there was like a code green and a code blue. It was yeah, but from what I understand, they're just trying to do their work and just trying to mine. It's a really good company. They really like to help people.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you seem very helped.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, this is Sovereign.
Oh, Sovereign! Nice to meet you. I'm Rock.
Mm-hmm.
This is Pearl, and this is Coral.
Hi, I'm
The pleasure is
Gekko,
mine.
and you're my minion now, okay?
Hello, Gekko. A minion? That's
Yeah.
silly. I can't do that. I already work for Amakusa.
Don't worry, they'll all work for me when I grow into my full dragon form. Haha.
With that, we're gonna cut over to Tuvi and Effie. So again, yeah, you guys are in this kind of like tube that leads out to kind of an opening. It's about 15 feet to the opening, and there's not much light. You guys are noticing that this whole place is kind of very dimly lit by these kind of like strip lights.
Okay. I'm gonna run towards the door. We have to save the others. They're locked in there still.
Okay.
Okay, I hop towards you.
Is there
Towards the door.
Is there any way to open this door?
From this side, now you notice that this is some kind of lift or elevator. And so it is sealed from this one side here. Potentially you could try to open it. You're not sure. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
Well,
Or an
actually,
investigation if that's better.
my character's realizing that we're in this tiny little area, and if we open this door, we're gonna drown. So,
Okay, then you know what? Don't roll the intelligence check.
I already got it. We need to look around for a way to get out of this room.
Okay, is there any other door or path
You
or
don't see another door, so you see kind of like where the elevator kind of door is, and then this one kind of tube that kind of just leads off to like another opening that looks like it opens up into another hallway potentially.
I'll jump towards the hallway.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
Are you guys just moving, or are you trying to be quiet about it?
I'm running because I want to try and figure out how
Yeah.
to get back to our friends.
Okay. So you run out to this opening. Again, you see something very similar to what Sovereign and Gekko saw, this kind of like 10-foot wide hallway that kind of like curves around in both directions, almost like it's like a circle. To your left, you can kind of see maybe there's like a doorway or an opening to a little bit to your right and to your left, kind of like a door on each side.
Do we hear anything? Like in
Roll.
either tube?
So roll a perception check for me.
Wait a minute.
15.
15. Okay.
I got a 16.
16. Okay. You do hear, maybe from, you think coming kind of from the left, you hear some type of movement and commotion, and you're not sure exactly what, but you do hear
Okay.
maybe people to down to the hallway to the left.
I think I'm gonna stealthily move towards that.
All right.
Yeah,
You
me
still
too.
in your frog form?
Mm-hmm. I
Okay.
get +3 to stealth. And
Oh, it's
giant
okay.
frog form.
Okay. Go ahead and both of you guys roll stealth checks.
I take off my shoes. Am I extra stealthy?
Ooh, non-natural.
They don't squish.
You know what? No. But you may have to roll a dexterity save to not slip on this metal floor.
Okay. I got a non-natural 20. Would you like me to do a dex save?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay. I was like,
You're a frog.
Makes sense.
You got sticky toes.
Probably
I got-
slimy.
13.
13. Okay. Okay. As you guys start kind of moving your way down, it's crazy because you're a giant frog, but you've been a giant frog, I don't know, countless times before. And so you know how they kind of move, and even with their hefty weight, how to like kind of soften that noise with each kind of hop. And you guys are creeping in, and 2V, you're kind of following behind a little bit. And as you guys kind of crest around the curve a little bit, you turn to your left and you see a little, it looks like a little, almost like a the best way to describe it is like a sanitation chamber or like a decontamination chamber in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other side, you see a room completely full of water. And you see like beds and looks like personal belongings that are kind of all set up inside there, but you don't see any people
In the
within it.
water room?
Yes.
What?
And as you guys are kind of like perplexed by this, you start to hear this kind of slapping, flopping sound, kind of coming towards your direction.
Okay.
What do
I
you
know
do?
I'm a giant frog, but are there any hiding spots? No?
So there is a stairwell to your right, about 10 feet away.
Okay, that's away from the noise or towards the noise?
It's a little bit towards.
I think I'm gonna try to stealthily hide under
You're trying-
the stair.
You're gonna try
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
duck into the
try.
stairwell?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not what I'm doing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another stealth check for me to see if you can sneak in there. 2V, what are you doing?
I hear the noise and I'm running up. I'm gonna run towards the noise. I'm gonna help! Our friends are locked in this cage. Help us!
Aww.
Okay.
I got an 18.
18. Phew, you like frog. You know how like when you set close to a frog, you didn't know it was there. Jumps out of nowhere and like disappears. Like poof, just gone. As 2V, you run up to this noise. And as you kind of come around this big curve, because this thing just seems to keep curving around. And as you come around, you are met by a creature that you've never seen before. It's got this large kind of bulbous, gelatinous bulb on it where its head might be. You're not sure. And underneath that bulb are these dangling tendrils that are very like kind of long and stringy. And they kind of are blue and black. And this thing kind of stands a little bit shorter than you. And it looks like it's got a body that are made of these thick tentacles that go down and kind of turn into feet at the bottom that it kind of flops as it walks. The best way to describe it is it kind of looks like a man of war person a little bit. And there's two of them and they are both
Okay.
and
I'm gonna stop him. I'm stopping in my track and be like, oh, fascinating. What kind of creatures are you? Are you able to speak? I've never seen anything like you before. Understand what I'm? Oh, I don't know that language. Oh my god. Oh, did you make those tritons yourself? My god, that's okay. Did you build this base? What do you want? My friends are trapped. Oh, my friends! I need help. My friends are another person. Help me!
roll a charisma check for me.
Oh, you're good at that.
Or insight. Whichever you choose.
Oh, I'm going with charisma.
Okay.
18.
18. So you're kind of you're not sure if they're understanding the words, but they definitely understand that you are indicating something. And so they're gonna kind of like turn to each other and nod and kind of look at you and kind of nod back.
Okay. Come with me. I'm gonna lead him back to the door I came from.
Okay.
If I can.
Okay. So Effie, you watch as 2V kind of leads these two jellyfish men back to where you guys kind of came from. Go ahead and roll an insight check for me, Effie, as you kind of watch this happen.
That would be oh wait, I'm a frog. Wait, no, not that one. It's a 19.
19.
Yeah.
So you watch this interaction go down a little bit, and you were picking up some more aggressive body language and hostile body language than 2V was.
Okay.
What you want to do with that information is up to you, but you're not sure that these things necessarily want to help 2V per se.
I have something I want to do.
Okay.
If I have a chance. I'm gonna cast comprehend languages, and I can understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that I hear.
Okay. All right. So, when do you? Okay. Do you do this right in front of them?
Yes.
Is this vocal and somatic? Is this like you have to move your hands to do this?
VSM.
Yeah. Okay. So vocal. Okay. So you go to start casting this spell, and these things immediately put their tridents up to your neck, and just like point. I will say you get the spell off, but like that.
Okay.
Is a pretty aggressive action. What are you doing?
I'm trying to help my friend.
And they can understand you, yeah?
Oh, that's a good question. Can they understand me?
Oh.
I don't
They
think they can. They can't.
Okay. So what is he doing? What is he doing? I think he's trying to cast some kind of thing on us. He's trying to do something sneaky.
No.
What should we do? I think we should probably take him to the mess hall, right?
No, don't do that. No, thank you.
I think we probably should. And what they kind of jab at you, and trying to usher you.
Okay. I am going to
How far away
spin
are you
and
from me?
push their trident to the side, and I'm running back towards Effie.
Okay, you're gonna try and run away from them?
Yes.
Okay. They're gonna get opportunity attacks.
How far?
Yeah,
how far
that's
are they
fine.
from? How far? Are they
They're
from
about
me?
35 feet away from you or so.
35 feet. Okay.
But like, here's the thing though, they like went around that corner that you guys came from, and then back a little bit down into that tube by where the door is. So if I can kind of show you guys a little bit, kind of what I'm meaning by this, if I could demonstrate it a little bit more clearly.
So as my minion, Rock, you will get health insurance once I come to full power.
So like the shaft of the elevator's in the middle, and then there are these two tubes that lead. There are these tubes that lead out into these hallways that loop around. So it's almost like a steering wheel kind of configuration here. So like Tuvi is partially back down in that tube that leads to the door a little bit. So he's like around a corner slightly. So I'm not sure how much you see of this, Effie, but you hear him struggle as these two things are going to take opportunity attacks against you as you try and burst through them and run away. Okay. Does a this is bad. 13 or an 11 hit?
No.
So you just like duck through, and they both stab and both miss as you kind of take off down the hall. And Effie, you do see kind of Tubi like emerge from this like little corner as he's running. What do you guys?
Go! Run!
I think I can shush you. Maybe I'll just take my like big hand and be like over his mouth and like.
Okay.
Am I allowed to like pull him in? I know
So like he's running towards you, and there are stairs leading up and down.
Oh, but I'm underneath one of them.
You're kind of like tucked into
Okay,
this
I
little
think
corner.
I'm just gonna try to grab him. Yeah, I'll try to grab him and like close his mouth and just like.
Okay, roll.
I don't know. That might not work, but.
Each of you guys roll stealth checks. I'll say Tuvi can roll with advantage because you're being smothered by a giant frog.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, as these two jellyfish people kind of run and see if they're gonna see if they can find you.
I rolled a natural one.
Okay.
It's okay because I rolled a 7.
With advantage, Jesus.
Yeah, with advantage.
So Tuvi, as you're like, run, and this frog tries to like grab you, you just like you just let out this like grossed out sound.
What is that?
And you hear footsteps come following you guys.
Okay, well, can I try to run up the stairs before they get there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can run up the stairs.
We're going up the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sovereign and Gekko and Rock, roll perception checks for me.
Let's back to normal.
13.
13?
8.
8?
It's not gonna be good, whatever it is.
Oh boy, guys.
That's a,
I don't hear
that's
anything.
that's a 10.
10. And you got a 13, Rock?
Yes.
So, Rock, you do hear commotion coming from the stairwell.
I think there's someone coming. They might need our help. Should we go check them out? They might have gotten trapped too.
Yes, pick me up.
As you say that, big giant frog and a blue-haired man
Ghosts!
come bursting out of the stairwell.
Hey.
And you guys, and Effie and Tuvi, you see Sovereign and Gekko and this otter fellow.
Tuvi, Effie!
What are you? What is, oh, thank God you guys are safe. How'd you get out of there?
With my strength.
I'm gonna notice the otter for the first time now, and I'm gonna draw my sword. Who is this? And actually, where are you from? I've never seen this kind of creature either. Oh my God.
Whoa. You can't. And I touch the sword and I look up. I'm like, you don't need to point that at me. I'm just an engineer, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
He's a new minion. He's joined our ranks.
Never mind him.
Sorry. Just so you're all aware, we were just being chased by some new creature thingy, squid-like.
I'm
we should probably go.
Wait,
as you say that,
they have like
big heads, like little.
Tuvi, as you say that, and you're kind of standing right at the stairwell, boom, right into your back.
Oh my God.
There's a trident. And you take 10 points of piercing damage as this trident just sinks into your back. And you see these two jellyfish creatures coming up the stairs right behind you. And we're going to go ahead and roll initiative.
DM, can I say, right when I saw that trident, I would cast mage armor on myself?
Yes, I will let you react like, ah! As you see that happening. So let's roll initiative.
I'm just going to yell,
the snitty-zites!
What?
Oh, wow, they rolled the same. That's funny. They rolled the same number. All right, guys. Let's go 20 to 25.
22.
22,
Nice.
that is 2V. All right. 15 to 20. Oh, boy, guys. Okay. 10 to 15.
14.
Again.
Oh, I have 12.
Oh, wait, no.
So what was that, Effie?
Sorry, I got a 9.
9, okay. Sovereign, and that's 9 for Effie. And 5 to 10?
got an 8.
An 8, okay. Rock. I think that's everybody, right? Rock. Okay. Okay, so as these things are kind of coming up the stairwell, you guys are kind of in this like half kind of arched area. Tuvi, you got this trident kind of sunk into your back as you're at the very kind of top of the stairs, looking down at them. What do you want to do?
I want to ask anyone to get the trident out of my back.
Oh.
Can I pull it out myself? I'm gonna try and.
You can, sure. You can free object interaction. Pull the trident out of your back.
Yes. Okay, I got the trident out. Now, do I have any moves left?
Yeah, we're in full combat here, so that's an object interaction. You still got your movement, your action, and if you have any bonus actions.
All right, I'm getting my sword and I'm running straight towards them.
All right, going for him. Okay, go ahead and roll and attack.
17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's 10.
10. All right, so you kind of...
Actually, no, I have Thirsting Blade, and I'm going to attack twice with my packed weapon.
All right, go ahead and roll a second attack.
Okay.
That blade is thirsty.
Bam.
An 8.
Well, an 8 to hit?
Yeah, that's my attack is 8.
Okay. So describe your attack for me.
My first attack was like this. My second attack, I flip the sword around, going in this way, trying to stab him.
So you kind of make a big swing in that first one, and you go straight into that like big bulbous head, and just sink it right in there, and it makes a surprisingly very little resistance. This thing is kind of super gelatinous and just kind of almost like Jello carves a big chunk out of this thing, and you kind of turn and try to stab it in to its like chest, and what you find is actually surprisingly, tink, you hit almost like what feels like maybe like a coral vest of some sort, and you kind of look and you see like shells and like pieces of like hardened coral, kind of like a vest around them, and you kind of sink it in there as this thing kind of looks at you.
Did you watch my octopus teacher?
Baby, you don't know what I did. Okay, so 2V, you're right next to both of these things, so they're both gonna unload on you. Sounds
about right.
Attack does a 21 hit.
Well, yeah, of course 21 hits me.
One of them doesn't have a trident, though, right?
No, yeah,
one of them.
No, he reaches up. Yeah, the one that doesn't have a trident reaches up and just smacks Tubi with his kind of like big, thick tentacle. Just pop. Tubi, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
11.
Okay. Tuvi, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as this one kind of smacks you really hard, and then you feel this jolt of electrical energy surge through you as you take an additional 9 points of lightning damage, and you become stunned.
Woof.
Ribbit. So they're kind of swarming on Tubi right now, just kind of going at him. One's trying to stab him with his trident, the other kind of just smacking him with his tentacles. And Gekko, you see kind of this jolt of electricity go through Tubi down in the bottom of these stairs. What do you do?
So just so I can get a clear picture here, Tuvi is outside of the stairwell, and they're still in the stairwell?
Well, so they were in the stairwell, and they threw a trident up, and then Tuvi ran back down to attack them. So Tuvi's partially down the stairs. As you're kind of like watching and kind of seeing it from like, they're down in like the mezzanine when you're at the top.
Okay. I am going to... Is there a way that I could cast web in between Tuvi and them?
Roll an Arcana check to see how skilled you are with like this idea, or at least planning it out.
Ba-doop. That is not amazing. That's a 6 total.
A 6 total?
Yeah.
You don't
It'll
think
be
you have a clear. You don't think you have a clear shot, but you can try it anyway.
Oh boy, it's a classic what my character would do moment. No, I'm gonna just looking out at the one that slapped him. I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force.
Okay, what do I need to do?
That is an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Boink. It rolled a 13.
So that fails.
Okay. So what does this thing see?
It instantly sees that it is completely covered in little piranhas that are snapping away at it.
So you see this thing kind of just start like whipping its tentacles around furiously and like smacking at itself, almost like a car salesman, like little tube guy, just like this motion. And that deals damage, right? If it's something that hurts
now.
I think so.
Yeah. On my turn, the phantasm deals 1d6 psychic damage to the target.
Right. Roll that damage.
It's 2.
2. Okay. Yeah, this thing, and you can see it kind of like like almost like shaking and shivering as it's like trying to whip off something that isn't there. As you kind of see this creature kind of start to freak out as the other one's kind of looking at it and still kind of going after 2V. Sovereign, what do you do?
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame, okay?
Yes.
And that's, I believe, on which one? The one that has the trident or the one that's kind of like freaking out?
The one that has the trident. Well, is the one that has the trident too close to Tubi? I was wondering.
So Sacred Flame is one spot, so you don't have to worry about hitting anybody else with that.
Okay.
It's just one
I was
target.
like, is he above? Okay, good.
Nope.
Then the one that's on Tubi with the trident.
Okay. That's, I believe, a dexterity saving throw. It rolled an 11. Is that a succeed or no? Let's double check.
8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Thank you. 14. Mine's a 14.
Okay. Yeah, no, that does not save. Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage. I believe it's 2d6.
It is 2d8, yes.
Okay.
That's a 6 and a 7.
A 6 and a 7. Okay, so that is 13 points of damage to this. Describe what your
Dang.
sacred flame looks like.
It's like I think my eyes turn white and I put my arms up and it's just like these hot white lightning shreds of light that
I love
come
it.
So
down.
hot.
Very storm of you.
Yes, very exactly.
Zakire,
This-
ooh-ha-ha.
So like out of the light, this little bit of lights that are kind of flickering and really dim, these like white electrical bolts just shoot out and strike this thing as it kind of wasn't quite paying attention to its other surroundings as it was focused on Tuvi. Effie, you see these kind of lightning strike this one as Tuvi's kind of still right in there in the midst. What do you do?
How far down the stairwell? Like how many feet?
They're about 10 feet down.
Okay.
And you're at the top as well because you kind of came up with
Well, I
with Tuvi.
feel I have no other option but to just jump off
Do
of
it.
the stairwell and be like, whoa!
Just like body slam these things.
Buzz
I want
Lightyear.
to. I want to try to bite it when I get
Okay.
there.
Okay.
No, just like.
I believe standing jump is more than 10 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, 20.
Oh, easy. Then
yeah,
you don't have to
20
roll
feet.
for that at all. You just leap down the stairs and are trying to like. Are you trying to like Pac-Man it on your way down?
Yeah. I'm trying to eventually swallow it for sure.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
No.
How big is this frog? Like,
It's a medium-sized frog, so they're
It's-
like the
yeah.
size of like a
Or not-
mass. Yeah, they're pretty large.
of a mastiff?
Oh, I
Yeah.
guess no, wait. Sorry, I can't swallow it because it has to be a smaller
But
target. Yeah, I can still bite. But it's not looking good. So
You don't know.
I got an 8.
An 8. You're right. That doesn't look good.
Yeah. So
Roll a
Do
dex.
frogs? Do frogs have teeth?
I don't.
They don't, but
don't
sometimes they have like
know.
sharp ridges around their mouth. Not teeth per se, but go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for me, Effie.
Okay, sounds good. 16.
16. Okay, so you jump from the stairs, miss the bite, but are able to not take any falling damage as you kind of like, again, been in this form tons of times and you land it and stick the landing. And you're kind of like up against the wall with your kind of sticky toes.
Beautiful.
But that's okay. As you saw this giant frog just leap off the top of the stairs, Rock, what's your plan of attack?
Okay, first question, really quick. Which floor are we on?
You guys are on the second floor, so second from the top.
Okay, beautiful. Are these Synesites in the doorway? Is there one of them in the doorway or no?
No, they attacked from down low, and then Suli went down to meet them. So they're kind of like down into the stairwell a little bit.
Copy that. Well, what I would like to do is first I'm gonna hop on top of Pearl, my Steel Defender seal. Then I'm going to press a button on. See, my armor. It looks like fish scales, but it's like metallic fish scales with little things that almost look like mussels or mollusks, but they're little things made of metal that have my devices. What I'm first gonna do is I'm gonna take out one, and it's my catapult, and it's gonna go down low and scoop off some of the debris on the floor, and I'm gonna try to throw that at one of the Synedesites.
All right. So you scoop down almost like a magnet. Ding, 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 ding. Any of these small pieces of shrapnel, scoop up, fling. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Dex 14.
Okay, Dex 14. Thank you so much. Which one? The one with the trident or the one without the trident?
Which one's further back?
The one without the trident.
The one without the trident.
Okay, point. It rolled a natural 17.
Ooh, okay. Well, then in that case, I'm just gonna take my light crossbow and I'm gonna try to shoot it.
Okay, go ahead. Second attack, make an attack roll.
Oh no! I rolled a 9.
9. So you fling this ball of shrapnel, and this thing, as it's kind of like freaking out, just like herky-jerky movements, like just dodges it without even realizing. And same thing happens with your crossbow. This thing is just moving so erratically that it's hard to pin down. And like it's like, you know, it's so tenderly, it's hard to like actually see, like, and a little bit translucent. So it's hard to exactly pinpoint exactly what is it.
Oh, I hate confrontation and I hate these things.
All right, 2V. You got one. Go ahead. That's right. You're
For my bonus action, I would actually like to take my magic stones out of my my armpit pocket, and can I throw all 3?
Roll a dexterity check, and I'll see how many you can get out of there.
That's gonna be 18.
18? Sure, you can get all 3 of them out of there.
Awesome. Okay, that's gonna be a 21, 16, and a nat 1 7.
Okay, so 2 of those hit.
Awesome. That's gonna be. Do you just want all the damage together?
Yeah, roll it all together.
Beautiful. That's gonna be 9.
9. Okay. These magic rocks, you try to fling them out there, and what is the effect that they have when they hit?
I just want them to kind of pounce off of their jelly, and just I want them to feel the vibrations really powerful radiate through them. That's
okay. So
as far as I can.
It hits this one, and you see the ripple kind of go into this thing as its form is so gelatinous, and then it vibrates, hits a certain frequency, and then explodes.
Yes! Oh, now I'm gonna have to clean that up.
Yes, Gekko.
So I rolled a 2nd level spell, which means I could have a
wild
magic
right.
surge.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Go ahead and do your wild magic surge.
I got a 2. If I rolled a 1, we would have had to do it, but I rolled a 2.
Next time it'll be a 2. Okay. Next time it'll be a 2. Okay. Thank you for being honest about that, Justin. Appreciate it. 2V. You see one of these things just splatter and splash in front of you. You are currently stunned, though. So you, at the end of your turn, you have a chance to make another Constitution saving throw to unstun yourself. So
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Constitution. 12.
12. So that's unfortunately not quite enough. So you're getting splattered with this goo and gunk, and you're just still hunched over in this kind of shocking, irradiating pain that is still just kind of surging through your body, and you're unable to uncontract your muscles in a way. It is now this Nidazite's turn, and it is going to turn its attention as it sees that 2V is kind of stunned and maybe not as much of a problem. It's going to come and turn to this giant frog that just leaped down next to it, and is going to make a trident attack and a tentacle attack. So does I'm assuming those are both misses, but does an 11 hit the frog?
It matches, so...
Okay, the 11 does hit, and it's the trident. So you're going to take 6 points of piercing damage as this thing kind of just turns its trident towards you and jams it into the soft side of this frog.
Wowie zowie.
And now it's kind of right in your face. And it is over to Sovereign.
Is there any iron? Would there happen to be iron?
There is actually iron right next to the thing where Rock had originally just thrown this shrapnel ball. So it's this scattered shrapnel kind of all over the bottom of the stairs here.
Okay, how far would I be from the iron? Can I make it there and do a spell?
You're probably about... You guys were kind of right at that threshold, so I would say you're probably 15, 20 feet away.
Okay, I would like to run to the iron.
Okay, so you run down the stairs?
Yes.
Okay.
To get the iron.
Okay, you got the iron.
And wait, is that my...
No, that's a free object interaction. You moved down there and you scooped it up, so you still have an action.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Okay.
It says that if I cast it at 3rd level, I can target not 1 but 2. Are they humanoid?
So you're not sure, but there's only one of them left, so you don't have to upcast.
Oh, that's right.
One
the
of
other
them's
one's
dead.
splattered. Okay, good. I'll just cast it.
Okay. I'm gonna make what kind of save am I making?
Wisdom.
That is a natural 2. So as this thing is jamming its trident into this giant frog, it kind of just tenses up and completely stops moving. It is held.
I'm going to try to be as intimidating as I can and just say, "Don't move."
And Tuvi, you hear, and I recognize that this thing is saying, "Shit! Shit! Shit!" And it is over to Effie.
I
As
never
you
got
got
my
this-
turn, DM.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Gekko.
Also, the one that had the phantasmal force, that was the one that blew up?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, I guess there's not much I can do now, because I don't want to break that. I'm just going to cast Dancing Lights right in front of the eyes of this thing.
Okay.
And, that's it.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence or a perception check for me real quick.
That is a perception?
Yeah.
That's an 18.
You try to put the dancing light in front of this thing's eyes, and you realize it does not have any.
Ah. Well, that's all I can do because he's held.
Okay.
Now, so.
Yep. Okay. So you put up these dancing lights kind of all around it. And now we are over to Effie as you have this trident in your side, and it's kind of like locked in place because this thing can't move, so it's kind of like stuck in you.
I'm going to take my movement and be like
Yep.
get out of the trident. Would Effie know if hold person, like if you hit the person, that it would disrupt it?
It's just as paralyzed. The person.
I don't believe hold. I think people can hit a hold person, a held person.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
I believe so. Right?
It doesn't say you can't.
Yeah, it would have to be somebody hit Sovereign, so you can
Gotcha,
hit
okay.
somebody that's held.
Okay, cool. I would like to bite it again.
Okay, so you can bite it with advantage.
Yeah, I can. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say
21.
it doesn't break if somebody hits it. It
Okay.
has to save on its turn. 21, that
Sure.
hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, I wasn't prepared for it to actually hit. Oh, it's a 5.
A 5. 5
Piercing.
points of piercing damage. How do you want to do this?
Oh my goodness. I want to like rip a piece of its jelly head out and then that's all, I guess.
Okay.
I feel like Effie would be really sad that she killed something by doing that, so maybe she would just like spit it out and then be like just like contemplate.
So you kind of like slide off of the skewer of this thing and then like bite down on its bulbous head and rip. And as you do, like all this like fluid just seeps out. And this thing, if it could collapse, it would, as it is dead.
Wow.
Still being held. You guys, we are out of combat.
Can Rock go and try to fill vials with the jelly of the Cynozytes?
Yeah.
I
Go
will
ahead.
Search their bodies.
Okay. Go ahead. Gekko, roll an investigation check, and Rock, roll. You don't have to roll anything to like just scoop up the jelly. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to get some from the outside, like that might have came off of their body, and some from the inside.
Everyone loves the peanut butter jelly.
I'll say you can get 2 vials of like goo, a sort of goo. Some from the outside, some from the inside.
Am I still frozen?
You can roll another Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
I step over Tuvi as I'm walking.
Well, he's like just hunched over. He's not like on the ground.
What were those things?
I rolled a natural 20 on my investigation.
Okay. All right. You search the body. Of course, you find you find that they have not a lot on them. I mean, you find that like almost like looks like a coral vest. That's like this hardened kind of chitinous material. You find their weapons, their trident. They don't have too much on them as far as like other equipment.
I'm looking for gold. They have no gold.
They have no gold.
Fucking bullshit.
I got a
No
15
gold.
this time.
You finally are able to. Your muscles all just relax all at the same time.
Rock, what were those things?
Well, those are the citizens. The citizens? They're really gross. They've been attacking us for days. I'm pretty sure that's what came in and imploded on the factory.
Oh no.
God.
Factory.
Cool.
Well,
What is this factory?
Well, it's kind of a factory, kind of a drilling site. You see, they've been going for a while trying to find this vicious mucus, and I'm not really sure too much of what it does, but I heard it's good things. Probably some kind of skincare regimen. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
I don't think they'd be
just like
attacking
your
over a
shit.
skincare regimen.
Do you know the way out?
Yeah, of course I do. And then I look around and I'm like, although it might be harder right now.
And why is
Why?
that?
Well, it looks like that exit is completely crashed, and that's normally the way I would take us. I'm just not sure what's going to be open and what's going to be available, but I could definitely try to get us out of here, get you guys to safety. It's the least I could do.
I think first we should take a minute to remember our friend Effie, who's not with us anymore.
I was
Yes.
gonna drop my frog, but I was waiting for you.
Ah.
Hello,
Effie.
it's me,
I waddle up and I
Effie.
try to give Effie a hug.
Hello.
So are you a frog person or a person frog?
Oh, I'm a person who can also turn into frogs
Wow.
sometimes.
Wait, Effie, you know this other frog? Who's this other frog? I don't know this other frog. Gekko? Or Gekko?
What?
Who's Gekko? How do you know Gekko?
Hi.
You guys know Gekko.
You know Gekko? Okay.
No, we do not know
Remember,
Gekko.
you are
What
all
do
my
you mean
minions.
it's Gekko?
Yeah, you guys are my minions, remember?
You guys have been with Gekko for a little while now. Like, not very long. Still pretty new. He's kind of just almost like Scrappy Doo. Kind of just tagging along.
Yeah.
I do not recall
Sorry I
Gekko.
forgot you, Gekko. Hope you're not one of those things from Rick and Morty.
I don't know what that is. But remember, you're my minions, and you have to give me gold.
Oh, Gekko, and your silly
So-
sense of humor.
Tuvi, can you
Why'd
pick me
guys
up?
come here in the first place?
Come here. I don't even remember how we got here, but we didn't come here.
We
Oh.
appeared here.
Oh, I see. So you're not certified or registered to be here then.
Nah.
Well, then we definitely got to get you guys out of here. That's definitely not good.
Effie, Savren, Tuvi, and Gekko. In your head, again, you hear that same voice that you heard before you realized where you were. And again, you hear the words, help, destroy. Rock, you don't hear this.
What'd you say, Tuvi?
That was not me. What the fuck was that?
Did you hear it?
Help.
heard
Destroy. Help destroy. We have to destroy this place.
No, you
Oh,
can't destroy this place. It's already falling apart. Do
We
you know
were
how
told by a voice in our head we must do it.
I mean, that's not a great reason, but
Everybody roll a perception check for me.
Also, when I have a chance, I'd like to try to look around for an exit strategy.
Okay.
11.
11,
14.
14,
Oh.
12,
15.
15,
Excellent.
19. And then go ahead and roll that other perception check for me, Rock.
Copy that. Oh, jeez. That's gonna be a 3.
3. Yeah, like you kind of already said, like you right when all this was going down, you got trapped up here on that second floor, and you have no idea what the condition of anything else that's going on downstairs is. You didn't even know that the Neozites were inside, so this is all news to you.
I'm really sorry. Everything's just so torn up. I don't know which way to go at this point. Maybe once we get a little further into a different room, but...
And as you say that, you, Effie and Rock, you hear almost like the static of a radio or something up
Like in
and
our
around the
heads?
corner.
Oh,
No,
oh.
up on the floor above you guys that you guys were just in.
Oh.
Does it sound like a static that I might be familiar with from the?
It sounds it sounds like someone attempting to establish communication.
Someone's trying to get a hold of us. Quick, we got to get up to the other level. How did you guys get over here? Which way did you come from?
Back down those stairs.
Stairs.
So, Rock, you're hearing it back up from the floor that you were on, that you had gotten trapped on. It sounds like, with your 19, you could pinpoint that it sounds like it's coming from the security office.
Okay. Would I know how to get to the?
Yeah, it's there's only 2 rooms on this top floor, and it's the room that's around kind of the other side that you were, the opposite side that you were on.
Beautiful. Then I'm gonna hop on top of Pearl, and I'm just gonna kind of be like, "Come on, guys, follow me."
Can I ride too?
No.
I didn't ask you.
Pearl? She said okay.
My minion.
I come up on.
Ting.
I know, he's really small. He's light.
Yeah, he is really small and light. Go, minion.
And she looks at you like, do I listen to him?
Her name's Pearl. It's okay, Pearl. Let's go.
Go, minion Pearl.
So Pearl, Rock, and Gekko kind of start going around the bend a little bit further. Do you guys follow?
Yep.
So Rock, as you kind of round the corner, you see again very similar to kind of what you have it happen to you, that right just outside that security office on the opposite side, it's completely pinched and crushed in, and you notice a little bit of blood and looks like either like an arm or kind of sticking out, and you see another leg, and you recognize that these are the 2 security guards up here, Chomp and Doreen, who unfortunately were crushed.
Oh, cheese and rice. Chomp. I start poking him. Doreen!
I think they're fucking dead, dude.
I think you're right.
Your friends?
I mean, I'd like to think so.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Thank you. They were
tough.
always...
Can I try to start moving the rocks?
You can, yeah, you try. You can get some of the stuff.
I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna help him out.
I will too.
And as you doing that, you hear, and then you hear a voice. Hello, someone, please, come in.
Hello!
Hello, and inside you see, you hear something coming over from the radio, and that's where we're going to take our break.
Hey.
All right, so
Sure.
we will be back in 10 minutes, you guys. So come on back and join us very, very soon to see what's going to happen next.
Ah, cool.
Oh, yeah. Hey, welcome back. We are going to be continuing and getting back into our Eldoria detour campaign of Depths of Avarice. Last we left off before break, our team of heroes defeated a couple of Needazites that they just became acquainted with, and they heard someone trying to communicate through the radio in the security office, and that's where we are jumping back in.
Oh, is anybody there? Please.
Yes, we're here. We're here. I don't know if they can hear us.
Can we get through the door?
Yeah, the door's open, wide open.
I waddle in.
Yeah.
Okay. There's like, you see, like, I mean, the whole room is full of kind of these screens that are kind of all static out, and you see flashing lights everywhere, like red flashing lights and buttons, and you do see like a little looks like a little microphone with like a little button.
I'm gonna go over and just go straight to the comm and just like get that working.
I'd like to press the other buttons.
Okay. All right. So hold on a second. Rock. So you press the call button.
Hello.
And you hear
Hello.
Yes. Hello. Who is this? Who am I speaking with?
This is Rock, the engineer.
Okay, Rock. So I'm very, very glad that you're okay. This is Yeva Adipo.
Yeva, how are you doing?
You know, I've been better.
Yeah?
How is everything down there? We heard that there was some kind of catastrophic blowout of some sort.
Yeah, no, everything collapsed. It was almost like it was just like pulled into itself, and then the water, it broke free, and there were some Snidazites walking around, and they were causing trouble, and I think 2 of our guards are down too, as I poke them.
Okay. Gekko, go ahead and roll. Gosh, what do I want this to be? Roll a luck check for me.
Don't anything.
No.
16.
16. Okay. So you're kind of fiddling around buttons, and a lot of them aren't. You can't. There's no discernible like thing that they're doing, and then you hit this one lever, and the door, the security door behind you just slides shut.
Ha! I hit that one again.
And it opens.
Ha! Again. Again.
I'm gonna pick up Gekko and remove him from the button.
Fire breath time. Ha!
I imagine
Oh,
you look like
Gekko.
the villain in Monsters Inc. That's just what I'm imagining.
Little Randall. We got a little Randall Weems on our hands.
I tried to breathe fire on Tuvi.
Okay. Roll a fire check.
I can't.
Sorry, that's a failure.
I'm just breathing.
Newsflash, you're a Gekko.
Sorry, Gekko, but we probably shouldn't press any of these buttons.
Okay, minion.
And over the radio, you hear, sorry to hear that. Is anybody there with you?
Yeah, there's these beings. They came in here. They said they don't know how they got here, but they helped me. They got me out of the gravel. I think that they're civilians. We need to get them out of the factory as soon as possible.
Okay. So listen, we are going to be sending people down to help reestablish and rescue anybody who might be down there, but the teleportation pad is completely stuck down in the trench and it's inaccessible for us. So we're going to have to come down manually by ship, which is going to take a while. You guys are very far down there.
Where do you want us to go? Should we meet you somewhere?
So this is what we need you to do. we need you, if you can, to, from what we're seeing, there are some catastrophic damage that's been dealt to the facility that could cause it at any point to just completely destruct. And as he says that, you guys feel this kind of whole structure begin to shake and rumble.
Okay.
So, of all people, I'm so glad, Rock, that it's you, because we know that you can fix anything.
Yeah, I can. I'll do my best. I'll make sure that we're up and floating and drilling in no time.
We're here to destroy the place.
No.
What?
No,
who is
we're
that?
not.
That's what the voice said.
There's one of them is a Gekko, and he keeps saying that the
Who's a
voice is
Gekko?
telling him to destroy everything.
Who's a fucking Gekko in our group?
Any of y'all hearing voices in your head that are telling you to sabotage or destroy parts of the facility?
Yeah.
Don't
maybe
listen to that voice. Those
No,
are
you got to explain that.
Yeah, how the fuck do you know that?
Those are the Needasites. They've been after our operation here since we started.
Why?
And what is your operation?
Well, we are a drilling facility. Originally, we were mining for precious metals, things like apoleomite and things like that, super valuable stuff.
Why?
But, well, like again, apoleomite is. So you're aware of the consortium, right? I mean, we're pretty widespread here, but I know some parts of the ether don't. We don't.
Oh shit! You guys are the consortium. Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
So we are a large conglomerate of businesses, and well, we
okay. So what are you drilling for? Don't bother with him, man.
Again, we were looking for precious metals, copper, silver, gold.
Right, but
and now,
but you're drilling into fragments.
So
innocent fragments, like willy-nilly, or
what we mean is we really appreciate your help coming down here and helping us, and we're not going to listen to the voice at all. And then I've turned to everybody else and go,
I don't know. I need to know what they're drilling. What are you drilling for, man? What are you drilling for?
What do we need to
and
survive?
Also why?
You're very curious. Which one I'm talking to now. So
I'm a dragon.
Oh, well, that's amazing. We're glad to have a dragon aboard. We, about 5 years ago or so, we were drilling into the Avarice trench. Again, most of this fragment has been unexplored as far as like mining for metals and things like that and other natural resources. It's a pretty remote fragment. And while we were drilling, we came across a reservoir of some kind of oil of some sort. And when we were able to kind of siphon up some of this oil, we realized that it had some interesting genetic properties, transmutative properties.
So it's not a face cream.
Well,
what does that mean?
Well, that's not originally what we were considering, but this stuff has endless possibility. It sometimes the mutations were super advantageous, and other times they were very much not. And we started experimenting and seeing if we could isolate certain parts of this mutational magic or whatever it might be, to see if we can separate out the advantageous effects and leave the disadvantageous effects with some success. And if we are fully successful, the applications of something like this could be unthinkable. Regrowth of limbs, elimination of certain diseases, and
destruction of probably certain species, huh? Yeah.
Right,
I don't know if we can trust you guys.
What is the cost here?
As far as we know, there isn't a cost. It's we found the reservoir and we've just been bringing it up from there. There hasn't been a problem. I mean, we've had
And
issues.
there's no people on this planet that lived here before the mining, or?
So it's a pretty large fragment, and settlements are pretty spread out. The largest, closest city is, Fedonia, and it's several thousand leagues away.
And these attacking species, where are they from?
So these are the Nidazites. They're a very small, secluded community that isn't too far away from here, and they seem to have been very territorial. When we set up here, they at first were moderately frustrated with us, to say the least, but over the years have
Kept
grown.
breaking all our mechanisms on the outside.
So
Got a
you
little
came
more
here. You came here and stole all this material from the local population, set up shop to make whatever you're making.
Well,
And they're
I don't believe
attacking
we were
it, yeah.
stealing something that wasn't accessible to anybody else.
I'm gonna whisper to them. I know I'm only 14, but something tells me that this is not the time for morals.
Yeah, we should listen to the voice in our head and destroy this place.
Shut up, Gekko.
Look, here,
I think Gekko might be right, man. I don't know.
I
I'm just
understand
a little
your
confused.
I understand your hesitancy. The consortium does have a reputation, and I understand. However, if you all, and with Rock's help, are able to stabilize the facility, clear it of any Nidazites that may be there, and ensure the protection of any of our laboratory samples, we are willing to pay a handsome amount.
Gold?
They definitely have a lot of money. They pay me pretty well.
We are
I
willing to
bet
pay
they do.
each of
Bet
you
they do.
7,000 gold apiece if you can secure the facility by the time we arrive.
Done.
Our horde. My horde.
Well,
It's
I guess-
done.
We got this. We got this handled. So we should try to meet you up for like we should try to go upwards, and we'll meet you halfway.
No. We'll come down to you. It is very dangerous. Rock, you know that this area is particularly wrought with creatures and things that
We are a bit
are
deep.
dangerous. If you don't have the right pilots and the right routes, you could be very dangerous. We'll come to you.
Can I perceive if this guy's lying?
You can roll an insight. I would say with disadvantage, since you're just hearing his voice and not reading any facial expressions,
Okay.
or body language.
Damn. First one was a 21, and then I got a 10.
A 10. You have a very, very clear and obvious mistrust, and deservedly so, of the consortium, and nothing this guy is saying makes you feel that he's being straightforward, but also nothing he's saying makes you feel like he's straight up lying to you and trying to deceive you. It's kind of like he seems like he's saying things that might be true, maybe not telling the whole truth, but he doesn't seem like nefarious,
Okay.
at least not obviously.
I guess if we stabilize this place, it won't hurt the, like, do we get a sense that it's gonna explode? Like this, like it's gonna cause permanent damage to the fragment, or like if this, or like what? I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I don't know if you would be able to know that for sure. Roll an insight check to see how much you can read his severity in his voice.
16.
16. You get the sense that it could be catastrophic. It sounds like he's saying that it's very severe, but you're not sure if that means severely bad for the consortium or severely bad for environmentally in that way.
All right.
You get the sense though that he thinks it'll be bad. It'd be bad if this place explodes or has a full malfunction.
Can I go up to the speaker and be like, okay, the deal is done. We've got it. We'll be seeing you then. Goodbye.
That's great. We will be there as soon as we can. Please, thank you so much. You will not regret this.
Do you want us to do anything while we wait?
There are, from what I can tell, we're getting a little bit of a signal that there are certain areas that are damaged that maybe could be repaired to help increase the stability of the facility. If you want to try and maybe go and fix up some of those damages, maybe that could, take care of it.
All right. Well,
thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Is there a button on the thing that lets me know that the person cannot no longer?
Yeah, as long as you're not holding down the top button.
Okay, fantastic. Sovereign.
That guy's full of shit.
Sovereign's going to immediately turn around, look at Rock, and draw her scimitar and point it at him and cast thaumaturgy on her voice. Tell me more about the consortium.
Wow, cool.
Roll an intimidation check.
Was it
with advantage.
I don't trust Rock either.
I'm gonna cast minor illusion to have little lightning bolts around her as she says it.
I can't give her more than advantage that she has. But I love it.
Just flavored it. Just flavored.
I know, I love it.
Just for effect.
I would if I could, but the rules say I can't.
That's an 11.
11? Rock, she's moderately intimidating. However you want to take that.
Look. And I'm just going to try to move the sword over a little bit with my claw. This is a very, very big corporation. They have some products that help and some products that don't. Me, myself, I'm just here to try to make sure that science keeps going a little bit further.
I'm going to tip the blade a little bit closer to his neck and go, at what cost?
And
you put it on a box, and now you're selling it.
Crawls up onto Rock's chest and lays her flippers over him and almost creates a pearl vest, a shield.
Thank you, baby. I swear, I'm just trying to do a job.
You guys invented this thing, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it, and you started putting it on lunchboxes, and now you're selling it. Well, it's not good.
I think you should take us down to whatever you're mining so we can take a look at it for ourselves.
It's gonna be hard to get all the way down there, especially with all the tunnels crashed in. It's also really dangerous the further we go down. I'm just warning you.
Well, you're going to take us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think whatever we need to do to save the surrounding people groups of this area, we should do.
Yeah.
Rock looks over at Kat and goes, "You're right. All right. They are going to be coming here for us to help us. So we want to make sure that we're able to get back here. If you guys want to go see what we're mining, I have no problem showing you. However, we have to be careful. We don't know if anything could fall on us or cave in on us while we're going down there."
I thought they wanted us to do that anyway. Don't they want us to go fix stuff?
Well, they want us to fix stuff on this floor, I think. I don't think they want us to wander around too much.
Yeah, I don't really care what they want.
Yeah.
We're going to do
Rock,
it anyway.
Roll an intelligence check for me, Rock.
Absolutely.
I still think the voice in our head had the right idea.
Yeah.
25.
25. As you're kind of trying to figure out exactly what Yeva was asking you, you see this kind of red flashing light out of the corner of your eye. And you turn to look and you see kind of a layout of the whole facility, and you see red lights flashing in the boiler room.
Okay.
In the refinery.
Okay.
And in the basement.
In the basement. And these are places that we could go fix then. Okay.
Yeah, so you know, based on what you're looking at, that the facility is running on reserve power right now.
Uh-huh.
And so
where's the energy held in this place? Also, where's
you guys have subterranean turbines. You have 4 engines, and it seems like right now, if you're operating on reserve power, that they are all off.
Okay, and that would be near the 4th level, correct?
So that would be down in the breakers are down in the basement.
Okay.
You would know that as you've fixed them a handful of times.
Okay, cool, thank you. So I'm gonna look over at the red lights and be like, okay, looks like business is taking us down there anyway. You're right. So if you guys will just follow me, we can have a nice, friendly trip down there. Man, and I just turned to Coral, and I turned to Pearl, and I go, man, these guys come in here and they just start pointing swords at us all the time. I'm just over here trying to fix things. Very rude indeed.
Are there any things that we should take with us that would help?
Can we look for like extra tools or something laying around?
Yeah, go ahead and if anybody wants to take a peek around the security office, go ahead and roll investigation checks.
I just want to look for gold.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Gekko. Look for gold.
I got a 20.
Okay.
14.
14.
18.
18.
Oh.
What'd you get, Sovereign?
2.
2. And a Gekko, 12. Okay. So Effie and Rock and Tuvi, you guys are able to gather a few of the security weapons. Looks like they have some clubs, some swords. Yes, they've got a couple of like repair tools. Rock, you can repair almost anything with anything. So you found a couple extra tools that you may need, but you probably were all set. You guys also did find a couple of reserve capsules of water breathing. About 5.
Oh, okay.
They last. Rocky would know, as someone who works here, that they last for about an hour.
I go ahead and I convey that information to them. Do I see that they pick them up?
Yeah.
Cool. Then yeah.
You guys kind of all like convene with everything you found.
Cool.
Good thing there's 5 of us.
Gekko, you don't find any gold, buddy. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
But Effie, you find a stack of about 10 gold pieces.
Yeah.
With that 30-20. Do you share that with Gekko?
No.
Did anyone find any gold?
No.
No, but they say the truest gold is friendship.
That's dumb.
Aw, that's so sweet.
It's friendship? What'd you say? The shittiest gold is friendship?
No, never mind.
Oh, the truest. Oh, I don't.
Still don't trust you, Rock. You didn't seem to care about your little security buddies that much. I don't know. I've got my eye on you.
I mean, he was trying to help them, and then
Are they severed limbs, by the way? Those security bodies.
Like not severed, but like they're underneath a bunch of like rubble, and there's like a couple, like maybe an arm or like a tail that are like just like not fully.
I'm very skilled at fixing many things. Unfortunately, fixing people's lives isn't necessarily my forte. Hopefully, when they come down, they will take them to a better place.
They just need a strong leader. Me.
I like you.
Thank you.
No, I was talking to Rock.
I'm still saying thank you.
I like you too. You're very nice.
Thank you.
You're just a big bundle of joy.
She complimented me, guys. She complimented
me. and Coral like goes.
Did you make these creatures?
I did. See, I made Coral when I was really, really little because I didn't have many friends, and Pearl's just kind of always been there for me.
So you were poor, right?
That's quite
you
impressive.
said it's the truest. Sorry, Effie. Go ahead.
I said that's quite impressive.
Thank you. They're pretty cool. They're really nice. Once you get to know them, they're gonna be the friendliest you've ever met.
May I pet one of them?
Sure.
Pearl, the little floating one, would fly over to you, and
I will scratch Pearl under her chin.
She's kind of
What
like
is
a
Pearl?
floating. She's kind of like a floating ball. Looks like a buoy on like the ocean or like a lake.
Oh
Like
my
a little floating
gosh.
ball.
Yeah, I'll just give Pearl a little scratch.
You're scratching his ball.
I keep hearing something.
What did you hear?
I keep hearing these terrible comments.
Oh no. Who's saying shit? Sovereign, can you please pick me up?
No.
Truvy?
Are we gonna head out? Like, what
Yeah,
are we doing here? Let's go.
Let's get going.
I don't know. Are you?
Truvy.
That's a good idea, and I'm gonna start leading the way down the corridors.
I'm gonna try to climb up on Tuvi's shoulder.
I'm gonna let him.
Yeah. Thanks, Truvy.
I'm gonna walk by and go, ugh.
Now, make sure you guys have those blades ready just in case we see any more of those nidizites.
I'm gonna pull my blade out, but I don't know if the nidizites are actually bad. I actually feel kind of bad about killing some of them. Did we kill those good
me
people? Oh
too
my
now.
god. Are we murderers? Oh, Jesus.
All I know is that they've been destroying my creation since we first started making this place.
Yeah, maybe they know that what you're drilling up isn't that good, and you guys came in here and swooped up and tried to like make this horrible weapon, and they're trying to stop you.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
you
what's
just
happening.
You fucked everything up in their
Yeah.
home.
Think about that. Oh,
Yeah.
It's a bit problematic.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case. I don't think they'd ever do that.
That's
I mean,
what you get when you trust a consortium.
He's really
Consortium, never trust consortium. They're a
Yeah.
horrible, terrible company.
That's right.
Tough.
What did they do to you?
What didn't they do?
Didn't they do?
Very true.
In all of your adventures, what didn't they do? All the ones that we've
They
had
just-
so far.
They destroy worlds for profit. They are not good people.
Oh, wait. Do I know this or no?
I would say you don't know what they're talking about. You've been on this facility, kind of isolated and away from everything else, and this being a consortium, a subsidiary, they probably don't talk very negatively about the consortium.
That's ridiculous. No, they're trying to help everybody. That's why they're trying to get the mucus.
Yeah, have you ever asked any questions about your employers, or you just assume they were telling you the truth?
Yeah.
Why would they lie to me?
Yeah.
Oh, for money.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so. Jenny, she hired me and she's really nice. And we have Taco Tuesdays. You can't be evil if you have Taco Tuesdays.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. You see friendship is gold, and if you Gekko here, he sees the gold is the gold, right?
Yeah.
That's what they see. They see gold is gold. They just want money.
Yeah.
Oh,
They don't really care who they kill just to get the gold, you know? Think about it this way. Think about your home, and there's foreign people who come to your home and they try to take everything from your home because they can sell the things of your home for a lot of money.
that's disgusting and despicable, and they deserve to die. But
That's the consortium.
Oh.
Effie, are you saying it's like if they tried to take my horde?
Yes.
Gekko starts crying.
Show us what that looks like. Show us what
He
that
has
looks
a
like.
horde because he thinks he's a dragon.
So
That's
we
why
need
he
to-
loves gold.
We need to stabilize this thing to protect the people or humanoids here. And then we make a plan from there, I think.
I
agree.
think we need to destroy whatever this material is because they're talking about separating the good stuff from the bad stuff. I think they just want the bad stuff to make it a weapon.
You don't think they just want to get rid of the bad stuff?
But
Maybe
where? Where do
you
you get
guys are
rid of
just
it?
assuming the worst.
Who
I
said
think
it's
I
bad?
think there's the profit in the bad stuff.
Yeah.
And we might not, I think we should investigate it though.
Yeah.
I
Think
might be
about it,
wrong.
man.
I
Let's
don't-
go. Lead the
I
way.
don't-
I can't lie, this is one of the longest conversations I've ever had, so I'll press you guys.
Haha, cool.
That's sad.
Come, minions.
We're following you.
All right, Rock. Go ahead and make. This is interesting. Either perception, investigation, or a survival check, whichever you choose.
Tuvi, you're really smart.
I'm gonna investigate. In fact, I'm gonna put on my my spectacles.
I'm going to investigate.
Sovereign, I like your armor.
That's a nat 20.
Natural 20.
Whoa.
Total. What's the total?
26.
26. Okay.
Whoa.
You guys see Rock kind of like. You guys have kind of won him over to your kind of way of thinking. It wasn't very hard, but but you did. And he puts out his little spectacles, and his eyes kind of bug out a little bit, really big. And you see him start looking around and kind of like very otter-like, like hopping around this whole floor, looking. And Rock, you notice that again, the side that you kind of were crushed on is blocked off. The side that Chomp and Doreen, unfortunately, were crushed on is also blocked off. So it's really hard to get to that other side of this floor. However, the stairwell is on your side, and there is access to the elevator shaft on this side as well. When you went over to the elevator door to investigate it, you did notice that there is some water leaking through it. Not a lot, but there is water leaking through. So you know that there are only a couple of ways to get up and down through this place. There's the stairs and there's the elevator.
Okay, I'm gonna communicate all of that. Let them all know that that the stairs are clear, but the elevator is also clear, but there is some water in there, and I'm not sure that all of you guys can really hold your breath like I can. So maybe we should take the stairs and go slow.
Well, we actually found some pills for that.
Alright.
That's true, but if we're going really deep, we might want to hold on to those for
No, there's nothing better than popping pills you find.
Okay. So stairs.
Gekko, you're catching all the themes, buddy. All the themes of this story. You got them all.
Ah, you heard that. Another voice in my head.
It's the voice. Yep, it's the voice. Gekko, you're the best.
Around. Who's ever gonna bring me down?
So yeah, that there are two ways to go down. There's either the stairs or down.
I'm gonna start heading towards the stairs unless anybody goes another way.
I agree with the stairs.
Hey, Effie,
Yeah.
can you show me how to turn into a frog?
Well,
I'm assuming you guys are walking and talking.
Yeah, it's an Aaron Sorkin walk and talk.
One tracking shot.
You're basically already there.
No, I'm a dragon. It's pretty far away from a frog.
Are you slimy?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
I definitely am. Yeah.
I'm gonna just be like, this?
Yeah.
You think you're
dragon sweat.
I'm gonna go like this with the mucus stuff and be like, it's pretty slimy.
Yeah, dragon sweat.
Where I'm from, I know lots about animals, and frogs have this.
So do dragons.
And no. Also, geckos have this.
Yuck.
And
Can you imagine?
amphibian...
Can you imagine if there was a gecko in our party?
I'm gonna
That would
speak
be
up if I
crazy.
hear this.
Oh, Gekko.
More like a runt if you ask me.
What's that?
You. What?
You call me a runt?
I did a joke, right? I did a joke?
Yeah, that was a good one.
You did the joke.
I was a run to the litter as well.
I did a joke.
I'm gonna cast
are you guys?
I'm gonna cast minor illusion of poop on Sovereign.
Sovereign, there's an illusory shit on you.
No.
Cheery look.
Do I actually believe this being a level 7 cleric?
You would need to roll an intelligence check.
It doesn't smell or anything. It's just
appeared.
Yeah.
Can I cast minor illusion and of a napkin?
Sure.
Or a cloth to wipe it up.
It goes through.
Cheery look.
It goes through. So it looks like a real shit to you. It doesn't smell.
What about of a tiny toilet?
You're not sure. And then this illusory or this floating napkin tries to scoop it up and goes through it.
Oh.
I'm just gonna start.
I guess here's my question, guys. Are you guys having this conversation as you're walking down this?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
At a certain point, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and just carry myself down, like sitting on the Mage Hand.
How heavy are you?
I'm like 10
Are
pounds.
you less than 15? What?
He's like a moose. He looks like
You're less than 15 pounds.
I'm essentially a gecko.
Wait. You're
Like the
a
guy,
gecko?
like the Geico gecko. Like,
Are you joking? I thought you were full. Like I thought you were like
Nope.
4
No,
foot
I'm like
tall.
a foot tall, like 10 pounds, if that.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
Also, when all this poop was going on, Rock just looks and goes, "So this is what you guys do as friends, huh?"
No, you're not friends.
Minions.
Okay.
We're
As you
working
guys
through a lot.
descend from the second floor down to the third, are you guys continuing down to the fourth, or are you guys going to stop off at the third level?
What's at the third level?
Now this is like the this is our mess area. So this is where we have Taco Tuesdays, and there's some other things going on in here if you wanna check it out. There's really no
other things.
That sounded weird.
What's LQ? I'm so sorry.
Living quarters. So each of those are different.
Are my living quarters here?
Yes, you're in one of the aquatic ones.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. You'd be in one of the non-aquatic ones.
Okay.
Because you can hold your breath, but not forever while you sleep.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, so it's that, and then I mean like there's some homes around here. I actually live on this floor. If you guys want to come over, do you guys want to come over to my house?
You have a
Is
house.
there
No.
anything interesting in your house?
Let's go down.
Leader of the consortium.
Maybe after.
Okay.
Should we be quiet?
Everybody go
I-
ahead and roll stealth checks.
I'm sick of the gecko.
As,
Oh, no.
as Gekko says, like, maybe we should be quiet.
Don't we have an advantage since he won?
No,
us?
you guys were talking very loudly. You do not
Okay.
have advantage.
Well, I got an 8.
Well, we'll see what the group.
On a 7.
Oh
Wait,
my god!
do we hear something or he's
15.
just shushing us?
Gekko just I himself said maybe we should be quiet.
15.
Well,
15. Oh, guys, those are pretty bad. As a group, okay. You guys are descending from the third floor to the fourth floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quietly.
All right, you guys are moving down the stairs. You realize that maybe you guys were being a little bit rambunctious and loud as you were coming down to that floor where you saw the needed sites originally, but you don't notice any kind of response as you guys kind of like for a second pause and continue your way down. You get to the fourth floor down, and it's a little bit different than the other floors. It kind of opens up into a catwalk. And this catwalk goes across these, like, basically it kind of looks like a metal floor. And each kind of little box, there's like this little box there delineated, and it kind of goes out, and then there's like a ladder that leads down into these rooms. You can see that there are, apologies while I look at my map, 4 different kind of little like out juttings where like these little ladders then like drop down into these rooms.
Beautiful. And just to remember, you said the red lights were blinking in the refinery, the boiler room, and the basement?
Correct.
Beautiful.
All right. So we're gonna go to the refinery first. They might actually have some samples there. I'm not sure. It depends if they've moved them on yet, but you might be able to see some of the stuff there once we get in there, so I can prove to you that they're not as evil as you guys think.
Sure. Okay. Let's go.
Hey, Sovereign, I'm sorry about that joke, but you have to admit, it was the shit. Ha.
get away from me.
Okay.
So, Rock, you lead them over to the refinery door. You twist and open the hatch, and you guys see that under the hatch, it kind of there's already like the water is up to kind of like right where the lip is.
Oh, dear.
And there's a ladder that leads down. Well, Rock, you know that all these floors at this level are submerged aqua aquatic levels, always. Most of the staff that work in these areas are aquatic creatures. So the ladder leads down. Go ahead and Rock, roll me a perception check.
17.
17. You look down, and immediately you notice some of the vats are tipped over
Well, that's not good.
and open. You don't see anything else in there, but the vats are tipped over. That's what you can see.
And is this stuff leaking out from the vats then into the water?
You can't see anything,
Okay.
but you see the vats are tipped over.
I'm
Whatever
going
you-
to dive into the water and try to fix the vats.
If it's
Okay.
dark in here, I'll cast dancing lights and.
Yeah, it's still dim. So like there are like these like emergency lights kind of that are a little bit sparse. So there's a little bit of dim light. I would say it's hard for our non-dark vision friends to see, but it's not complete pitch black.
I cast dancing lights.
Nice.
Rock, go ahead and roll me. Actually, hold on a second. Rock, you dive in. You look around, and again, this whole area is completely trashed. There's like several of these vats are just completely tipped over, and a lot of these cannings and things like that, and all these sample grabbers are all kind of spread out and destroyed. What do you do once you're in there?
I'm going to try to start putting things right.
I'm gonna try to start putting everything right side up. Try to put the lid on things if I can. Get things contained. I'm just gonna try to do that. A little frantically, like, oh no, gotta get this cleaned up. This is bad. This is very bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
It's 10.
10. Okay. Roll a d20. Don't add anything to it.
8.
8. Okay. Rock, as you're like, you dive in, and you guys going in after Rock, or just kind of waiting to see what's going on?
Waiting at the top.
Okay, you guys are kind of standing around, like watching, almost like this like manhole, almost, and like watching. And you see Rock flitting and swimming around, trying to like prop things up. And Rock, you pick up one of like the like barrels that they were just kind of like package these things in, and you feel your hands kind of sting for a second. And as you kind of like shake your hands, you start to, all of a sudden the room seems like it might, this barrel getting bigger? No, it's not the barrel. And all of a sudden you look down at your hands, and your fingers are itty bitty stubby fingers.
Uh-oh.
And then your hand is itty bitty stubby, and you begin to shrink.
This isn't very good.
You are one size smaller.
Well, I was already small.
So you are tiny. You are a size tiny.
Okay.
So you guys see, so you're even smaller than Gekko at this point.
Ah. Wow.
So you guys see a tiny, tiny little otterling in the water.
Ooh, okay.
Can I cast Mage Hand and try and pick him up?
This is interesting. Mage Hand in water.
Oh.
Because there's a like a weight thing. I'll say sure. You can.
Yeah, I don't say anything about water on the spell.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
I'll say
the
yeah.
water would make objects lighter to lift?
Well,
Water itself.
I mean, it's a tiny.
I'm just trying to go right.
It's, I
Creature.
said, like I said, I think it's fine. It's magic.
Yeah.
I think it's wet. I mean, like moving through the water, there's like resistance that adds like weight to that kind of, you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm just trying to go like right underneath
Yeah,
the surface.
yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. So yeah, you kind of like scoop them up and lift them out.
Bring him back to us.
Itty bitty rock.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. How could they do this? How could they? That must be the bad stuff they're trying to get rid of.
Or the stuff that they're trying to keep?
Yeah, they could like weaponize that.
Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good at all.
Are you gonna be that way forever?
Can I try to examine the, is there any of the stuff still on my fur? Can I try to examine it?
There is. Some of it is still kind of on your hands and your fingers specifically.
Can I guide him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Cool. It's a D4.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Does 2V look really big right now?
You.
Huge.
Oh wow.
That's a 15.
15. What are you trying to discern exactly?
I'm trying to see how long the effects will last of this material. See if it's a permanent thing or if it's just like a temporary. See how stable it is.
It's hard to discern that from the actual substance itself. However, you've been around a while and you try to make friends so hard all the time. And so you're kind of that guy at the water cooler that will talk to everybody. And so you overhear bits and pieces of kind of what everybody does throughout the day. And you have picked up that it's not a permanent, like from people that work in the refinery who've had similar contacts with this thing, that it's not permanent. It usually lasts a handful of minutes or so, but it's definitely not a permanent thing.
This is what I think it is. It should wear off sooner than later.
It's too bad. I like having my little buddy.
Little buddy.
You're so cute.
Oh, thank you. You're cute too.
No.
I'm gonna poke my head through the grate and see if I can see anything in this room that looks interesting.
So you're gonna put your head into the water?
Oh, straight into the water.
Yeah. So imagine it like a crate that's full all the way up to water, and then there's a lid on top that they put like a little like opening in. So like you open it and the water's already right there.
I'm not
full of water.
I'm not touching that water. No.
You can like peek in and see if you see anything though.
Yeah, I'll peek a little.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me.
Okay. 24.
24.
Wow.
You
Super
look at
perceptive.
and you see you see similar things to what Rock saw. You see a bunch of large vats that are completely knocked over. You see some that have like holes punctured in them. At first you don't see like any like oil or mucus or anything that like it sounded like they were describing. It seems like the water's pretty clear and clean. But then as you're like, okay, everything looks good, then you for a second you just see it's almost imperceptible, but you do see like a movement of maybe something that's super translucent and might be hard to see in water. But you do see like a flow of movement of some sort, like a strand. And then before you like are almost able to perceive it, it like you can't see it anymore.
Okay. I'm gonna point my finger towards it and cast message, and I'm gonna be hoping it's a thing. It's like, what are you? Where?
Can you read message to me real quick?
You point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The target, and only the target, hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. You can cast the spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it's beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 foot of wood blocks the spell. The spell doesn't have to follow a straight line. It can travel freely around corners and through openings.
Okay. Make an gosh, I don't even know how to do this. Okay. Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Sovereign, look at Rock. He's so cute.
It's a 9.
You send off your spell, your message, and you're not sure if anything received it on the other end. You're not sure. Maybe it did. Maybe something did, and it can't respond, or it doesn't respond, or it chooses not to respond, or maybe nothing did. You're not sure, but no message comes back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna tell everyone what I saw. You are now. Yeah.
Maybe I should go check it out. Does anybody want to go with me?
Maybe we shouldn't go check it out.
No, what's the worst thing that happened?
I mean, Gekko can breathe underwater. Maybe.
Yeah.
We could die.
I thought you were a dragon. I thought dragons were brave. Don't you
Maybe
know?
I'm a
we go
dragon.
down there.
You're right.
A
I'm a dragon.
dragon will
Into
go.
the water.
Rock's gonna jump behind.
So Gekko and Rock jump back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
send my dancing lights like out ahead of me.
Okay. Like, well, actually, it's more like bloop, bloop. like these two little bloop bloop. Okay, so Gekko, you descend and go ahead and make a perception check for me. Rock, you as well.
That's an 11.
An 11?
15.
15.
I told them what to look for. Do they have an advantage?
Man, this is rough. I'll say you told them to look for something that's really hard to see. So it's like it's hard to like give that advantage of like, hey, there's a thing that's really hard to see. See if you can see it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But you know what? Sure. Let's give them each advantage just to see. I don't mind.
I rolled a 2, but I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna use one of my luckies.
Okay.
So I took the lucky feat.
Okay. Make sure you mark that off. I'm
Yep.
sure you will.
That's 16. Oh.
16, so a little bit better than the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get in there and with even with 2V like being like this is what kind of you're looking for. You see very similar to what Rock originally saw. This room's kind of just like completely like been like rocked and obliterated, and you don't see any kind of shifting movement of any kind.
I'm gonna make the lights look like a small humanoid, like floating away from us.
Wow.
The small humanoid. Okay. Go ahead.
While
and
they're
make
doing
another perception check.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, and I'm gonna send it down there, and I'm gonna have it kind of like scanning the room,
Okay.
looking for something to hit in the middle.
Okay.
12.
12. So you send this you kind of have all your lights kind of come together and make like a little humanoid type thing, and you're looking and you just don't quite see anything. And as this mage hand comes in and starts kind of swishing things around, I need Rock and Gekko to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's pretty
That's
good.
a 7.
A 7? Okay.
That
Roll a
is-
d20 for me.
Oh boy. That is a sorry, Constitution?
Yeah.
19.
19.
And 2.
Okay. You rolled the 2 this time, Rock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, Gekko, you feel almost like something touches your back. Like as this like mage hand is kind of like swishing things around, you do feel something like slide across your arm. You can't really see it, but you feel it. Like a slickness go across your arm. And it stings a little bit, but you're able to kind of like pull your hand away before anything happens. Rock, same thing happens to you, but you're so tiny that you kind of get like enveloped in this goo for a second. And as it kind of like you're kind of in it, and as you do, your skin begins to turn gray. And
would it be my skin, like my nose? Or
well, your whole body. Your
my fur too.
Yeah, your fur too.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird because your fur is hair, so it's very strange that these like your hair like begins to harden, stiffen.
Not my fur.
And right in front of you, Gekko, you see that Rock's turned into a rock. He still can move, but his skin is now made of stone. And Rock, you sink to the bottom to the floor.
Oh, can I catch him before he does?
Yeah, you can try and catch him.
Okay, I'd like to.
You make a dexterity check.
Okay. Oh, that's cocked. That is that's 17.
Okay, yeah, you're able to snag him. A little rock in your hand.
Let's swim back up to the top.
That was terrible.
And get out of the water.
And Rock is just covered in this goo now, like completely slicked over, almost like it's like he's inside a booger.
I don't think we should go back down there.
Has my mage hand hit anything yet?
Your mage hand hit a lot of stuff.
I mean, something invisible. Has it hit any invisible things? Yeah.
It's hard to tell. Go ahead and roll another perception check. I mean, you can see. Here, I'll say this: Rock came out of that water, and he's covered in this translucent goo that you can absolutely see. That you couldn't see that was in there. So it's like when it's in the
probably
water,
the goo.
Really
Yeah.
hard to see.
Okay.
Like you guys have an idea that might be mixed throughout, and you can't really see it. It's really hard.
I'll take my mage hand out, and I can help him, but I need to rest before I do.
Okay. Was I brave like a dragon?
You were great, Gekko. You did a good job.
Thanks, Tubi.
Can I take out another one of my vials? I have 10, by the way. So
yeah, your vials are teeny tiny.
Aren't you made of stone?
They're itty bitty vials.
I first started, I'm covered in goop.
Yeah.
I can move a
His
little.
equipment has not been turned to stone, just his body, like as if he had the stone skin spell.
Oh, okay.
I just try to get a little bit of the goop in the vial.
Okay, you get a very itty bitty amount, but that vial is so full. It's a teeny tiny vial.
Yeah.
I don't think I can carry him with my mage hand anymore.
It's okay.
I hop on top of Pearl.
You're so cute.
You're teeny tiny on top of her. You kind of like are on her head.
Look at that! It's so cute.
You're like the size of like a real otter, basically, or maybe a little bit smaller.
Will this rock thing wear off, Rock? The stone spell wear off on you?
I think so. Eventually, I'm not sure if it's like the others. Can I roll a history to see?
You would know from your original that all effects from this mucus are temporary.
Okay.
And you also know that's one of the things the consortium was trying to fix to make any kinds of effects more lasting.
I repeat exactly those words, but in this voice.
Rock, you are the cutest right now.
Well, I don't really know what to do on this floor anymore.
Everybody roll a perception check.
Natural 20.
Okay.
11.
11.
12.
12.
That's a 5.
5. Effie?
4.
4. Oh my goodness, guys. Gekko, you're really the only one that notices this. You turn and you look and you notice that the hatch above to kind of your guys' is like right is open. You didn't realize it before, but that's open.
Hey, look, everyone at that hatch that's open.
Oh. Let's go.
Is this hatch in the middle of the walkways?
So that is that's the where the elevator is. That one that's like right in the very middle.
Okay.
This hatch is the one that's. So if you guys are at the refinery one, it's the one that's kind of in the upper right corner. That hatch.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, this right over here. This is the lab. This is where I like to work and spend most of my time.
Okay. Let's check it out.
We can go in here. There wasn't anything that needed to be done, but I might be able to find something useful in here.
So you always go over to the lab hatch. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Are you guys doing this stealthily or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody roll stealth checks.
That's a 10.
$19.
30, 20.
18.
13.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Enough of you were able to succeed on that. You guys walk over to this hatch, and as you're about to like hop in, you see a little bit of movement
In the hatch?
inside the room. So again, this room is very similar to that last room where it's already, it's full. All these rooms, as Rock has explained to you guys, are all completely submerged aquatic. So any room that you guys go in that's on this floor, you have to like drop down into what's essentially like a full pool.
So Rock, not being much of an adventurer, doesn't really know why they're all being quiet. And as he hears the person in the other room, he kind of just goes,
Hello, is anybody in there?
No. Well, these are the choices you've made. And
I'm gonna try and grab him and shove him in my pocket.
He's a little too big to go in the pocket, but okay. As Rock shouts, you hear a bunch of like swift movement and rustling around, and like the water that you guys that are right at the hatch does kind of start to shift a little bit. And you see another shape kind of like dart kind of from one side of the room to the other.
This is underwater.
Underwater, yeah.
Are we like above the water, or
Yes.
we're all now
So imagine like you guys are on like a sheet of metal. And there's these little catwalks that lead to these hatches that then drop down into this room. So these rooms are all completely covered. You can't see what's in them unless you open this like little like manhole, basically. That has a ladder that like leads down.
I'm gonna point my finger where that creature was going, and I'm casting message.
Okay.
Like, you come in peace. We're here to help.
You hear in your head, help destroy? Question mark.
It depends. What are we destroying?
Destroy. Drill.
Why?
She tells us to.
Who is she?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
$22.
22.
Oh.
Okay. The great armed one. Abyssa Risa.
Abyssa Nisa. I'm gonna repeat that to them.
Abyssa Risa.
Abyssa Risa. I'm gonna repeat that to these guys and see if they've heard of them. Her.
If you would like to roll a either a history or religion check, you may.
Oh yeah. Okay. History or religion.
Sorry, DM, could you spell that name?
Yeah. So it's like Abyss, Abyss, and then Abyssa, space, Riza, Rhiza, Abyssa Riza.
Are we all rolling?
Yeah, if you would like to. You don't have to.
It's a 16.
Rock, you can roll at advantage since you live here.
Oh, cool.
16 on 2v?
Yep.
Okay.
22?
5.
5. Gekko and Effie?
10.
10.
I'm not focused on that. I'm too busy looking at Rock because I think he's so cute.
Okay. Our typical Eldoria adventurers who are new here never have this name is not familiar. Rock, it's vaguely familiar, and when I say vaguely, it's like maybe I've heard that name, maybe not the name Abyssa Riza, the Great Armed One. Sounds familiar.
All right.
Maybe I can repeat that to them and let them know.
But you don't exactly know what, but it's familiar. A little
It
bit.
kind of sounds like this legend that we've heard of. I have this really good friend who was telling me about the Great Armed One, and I think the name was something like that. A piece of pizza or something like that.
Great armed one. Maybe one of those creatures.
Ren, you follow a god. Does that sound like a god to you?
Nothing I've heard.
I'm going to go ahead and dive down into the room.
Okay. 2v jumps into the lab. splashes in. 2V, what you see, actually, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
18.
In the corner of the room, kind of like back a little bit, kind of ducked down, you see another one of these Nidazites. But this one's a little bit different. It's kind of wearing a very ornate shell necklace of sorts. It's a little bit larger than the other ones. It's kind of bold. It's kind of a little bit more extended, and you can see like trinkets that are affixed to some of the stringy tendrils. And it is kind of sitting in the corner warily, kind of looking towards you as you kind of splash in.
Okay.
As 2V jumps in, what are the rest of y'all doing?
Looking from above.
Looking from above, okay.
Damn it.
I'm thinking about jumping in, but I'm just kind of watching as well.
Yeah, I think same.
Okay, everybody's kind of just hanging back.
Oh, no. I say, God damn it, dragon! Yeah, and I jump in.
Okay. 2V, all of a sudden beside you, there's a Gekko.
And I just like hold on to your armor.
And this thing is kind of looking at you super warily.
I'm still going to use my message for him. Like, we're here to help. If you explain to us more about why you're doing what you're doing.
Okay. And it kind of like shifts a little bit and stands up taller. And it is actually much taller than you realized. Way taller than those other ones were, like another foot or so. And it raises up and kind of like looms at you a little bit and says, "It's what she bids. Destroy. Freedom."
Freedom from what?
Her cage.
Is she imprisoning you?
You couldn't hear that?
No, I can't hear any.
Oh, you can't hear any of this, no.
Yeah.
You can't hear
Yeah.
it. Is she imprisoning you?
No. She wants to be free. She wants back what is hers.
What is hers?
The ooze. It is hers. She wants it back.
What does she want to do with the ooze?
It is not for us to decide or to question. It is for us to do.
Can we meet her?
If you would like, she would like to meet you. She has told me that she has already reached out to you.
She has. Bring us to her. Lead us to her.
In time. In time. And you see this creature reach and grab at what looks like maybe like a book or a tome of some sort, and grabs it and scoops it into its tentacle, and grabs a few vials, like a little sack, and kind of scoops them into a bag, a little satchel, and she throws it over her shoulder, and she begins to move towards you guys.
Okay. I'm doing what I'm staying here. I trust. I'm good at this
what
thing.
are you doing?
Just holding on. But from my perspective, was that whole conversation just those two staring at each other?
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. It was 2V just like really, really intensely staring at this thing, and it just like kind of like waving, and now it's coming towards you.
Is it like coming aggressively towards me, or is it just kind of?
It doesn't look like it's aggressive.
Okay, 2V's not freaking out. I'm not freaking out, but I am wondering if 2V's fallen in love.
Yeah, it's coming towards you guys.
Okay.
And as it gets closer to them, you guys can now see this figure start to come towards them.
I just
I'm going to pull out my crossbow.
You're loading your crossbow? Okay.
Shit.
I'm just
And
waiting for it.
I yell at Rock, wait!
Okay.
And she kind of the creature kind of moves around you to the ladder and starts to climb up. And it's kind of strange as you guys are seeing this because her like body is like larger than this opening, but as she kind of like bumps into this opening, her like bulb kind of like squishes, and like changes shape as she kind of like slides through, and it pops out as like she gets all the way through, and she just like rises up, and you see these tentacles just pulling themselves up.
It went up to where they were.
Yep.
Okay. Don't hurt the thing. Don't hurt
You're
it.
still underwater.
And I'm swimming up.
But they saw it swim past us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try and swim up as fast as I can to tell him not to hurt it.
I'm just holding on.
Rock is also still holding because he was told to hold. So he's like, but he's shaking and he's just kind of scared with the crossbow. Stay back.
And as this thing kind of emerges and like steps aside and kind of looms over all, and Tuvi and Gekko come out. It looks over to Tuvi and kind of motions its head as it starts to kind of slink and slide its way back towards the stairwell.
Well, that thing's gonna lead us to what was it called again?
The
big hand
thing.
Mega hand. The big hand thing.
Great work.
Bigby's hand.
So I think we can trust it for now. Let's follow it and see what it has to say.
I have to stay here and fix the rest of the rooms.
Man, these rooms are trash.
Yeah, do it later.
Sounds a little suspicious to me, Rock. Whose side are you on again?
Spider-Man, I'm on the consortium side. They're the ones who hired me.
You need to figure out what the truth is. This is your life. You need to figure out if you've been helping villains or not.
You
So
see
come
the
with us.
figure, at the stairwell, kind of like turn as it reaches like the threshold, kind of like turns and looks back at you all, as if waiting.
Well, I'm going, and I'm just going to start walking towards it.
Great job, Tuvi. I'll also follow.
I turn to Rock, and I just say,
You have to come with us. You're our friend. Minion. Minion.
And I hop on top of Pearl and say, "Come on, Coral."
Yeah.
Follow.
All right. So
As he imagines them all skipping, holding hands.
I am. Gekko is skipping.
Yep. You guys follow this creature up the stairs. She leads you back to the third floor, the mess hall level, the living quarters level, the kind of residential level. And she leads you to the mess hall. When you walk in, you see the mess hall has been completely just torn apart. Tables are scattered around and things are dented in and crushed, and it's a complete mess. And sitting along the wall, bound and gagged, you see a couple of faces that you recognize, Rock. You see some other employees and other friends. You see Sturgis, who's kind of just like very skinny fish man who has these kind of little whiskers. You see Dunkel, who is a sea turtle man. You see Whirly, this penguin-looking woman, and you see Sed, who is a sand mephit. And you see they're all bound and gagged. You see some of them have various injuries. Some of them are bleeding and bruised. They look pretty beaten up.
No!
And along them, you also see about 7 to 8 other Needasites, tridents in hand, kind of just all kind of standing around as this larger figure walks in, and you see a second one of similarly dressed standing in the middle of the room as it leads you in.
What are you doing? Let them go! Let them go!
And two tridents just go straight towards Rock. Not like throwing, just like pointing at him.
Rock, stand down. It's okay.
Hi.
We need to hear them out.
And as the figure that you guys follow in here leads you to the center of the room, it looks to a few of the others and it nods. And you guys see these like sea kelp ropes tossed to you. And they motion to tie yourselves up.
The fuck?
We did not agree on this.
Are you saying that in message or are you saying that out in common?
I'm saying that in message to the specific one that I've been talking to.
It looks at you and says, "You said you wanted to see her. I will take you to her."
Bound? We go free.
And she turns and looks at the rest of them, and all tridents point right to the center of you guys. And that's where we're going to call it a night.
Oh, well.
I was getting ready to cast Fireball.
Well, you can cast Fireball on August 23rd.
LOL.
You guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for playing. It was a great session. Again, we will be back with our Eldoria Detour, The Depths of Avarice, next month in August, on August 23rd. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I cannot wait to see what happens next. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night. Bye.
Bye.